What's up, boys? How's it going?
Story
Welcome
Kids.
back to another episode of Tubbs and Brian, the
And Twisted Tubs. Stephen Jeopardy.
culture.
Tubs, tubs,
culture.
tubs.
No, you ruined it. Sorry, you ruined it. Welcome back to another episode of the Culture Cats, ladies and gentlemen. We are here on time. Imagine that.
Yeah.
I didn't tell Tubbs like a fake time or anything. He actually got here on time. So yeah, happy 23rd of March to everybody. I hope you've
I
all
mean,
been
I
having.
figured, like, fucking, it's been 2 weeks. So I said, fucking, I should be on time, you know?
Well, you were late when it was like 6 weeks the last time, or 4 weeks, or whatever it was.
And now I'm trying to recover that fucking time lost, right?
You can't get back time. That's lost to Tubbs, unfortunately. Anyway, hello everyone. I just say hi to everyone in the chat.
Yeah,
It's,
yeah, yeah.
Mick says woof
Dude,
woof. Jonathan's here, even Brian Tubbs and
Mr.
Mick.
Sir.
And Manga Fandanga's here.
Sai, how are you,
Hello,
buddy?
Climundo. James McGurk is here. Hey lads.
James, my old friend, how are you?
And James says up fucking Navan. He was at a
Mm-hmm.
rugby game this evening and they had a big win. So I'm sure he'd stop him pints.
Oh,
Navan.
Navin.
James, exactly, Mick. Hey, Gerard Kane, how are you, my friend?
Story, buddy.
Hope you're doing well. Mick, everyone say hello to each other. Mick's favorite theme tune again, sponsored by Mick Holland.
Musical doom.
Musical doom.
It's a banging track, to be fair, like.
It is. Someone's head has been banged off something anyway.
Yeah.
Tip of the cap to all in chat. Tip of the cap. Miss Daddy's here. Oi, oi.
Story, Daddy, how are you?
How are we getting on? Daddy, hey, Jared and Daddy. And everybody is saying hi to each other's.
Hello to every sir and madam in the chat, actually.
Hey, Jared. Jonathan, are you really on time when you start the stream at 10:07?
We
Well,
started at 10:05, buddy.
the stream starts at 10:05, and I hit the go live button at 10:05. So that means I was on time.
Yes,
That's
yes.
enough. That's enough for me anyway. So, and the intro is what, 1:30. So,
Yeah, so it rounds out at about 2:07.
or does Tubbs
No,
think it's 10 p.m.? No,
I mean,
Tubbs
it's
still
10
thinks it's
p.m.
9.
somewhere, right?
Miriam says hello all. Hello,
Hello,
Miriam.
Miriam.
Hope you're doing good. Tell her hello, please, Jar. Okay, hello, please, Jar.
Hello, please, Jer.
Hi, Miriam. Okay, so
So,
we've got a lot. We've got a lot of talk.
it's been a busy fucking pop culture week, sir.
So we're back after 2 weeks this time, not after 4. There's
Yes.
been loads of trailers and things to go through the last couple of days. It kind of feels like the time before COVID, where you're getting hit with trailers every 5 minutes.
I mean,
It seems
fucking,
like
I mean,
something new every day.
it felt like there was weeks where there was like maybe one or two, and this one was just like, whoa. Don't get slapped with about fucking 12 or 13 of them, like, if not more.
And it feels like we're back in the 90s as well, because Xmen, the animated series,
Yeah,
is back.
it was a good week.
That there was 2 episodes on Disney Plus.
Yes.
Invincible was back as well. Now I don't know, was this back a week or 2 weeks ago? Because I just happened upon, I went on Amazon Prime Thursday, and it was just there, and I was like, "Oh fuck, it's back!" And then I went on the following day, and there was another new episode up. So it must
See,
be back 2 weeks.
This is where I got confused, right? Because I remember you before Christmas telling me that, like, oh, Invincible's back. Like, did they?
Yeah, it's to split the seasons before.
Okay, so there's been episodes before this break.
Yeah, have you not watched any of
I've
season 2
seen
yet?
none of second season.
Oh,
Okay, so I've seen none of it. And it was weird as well, right? Just to get into the trailers as well, as a trailer popped up as well the other day for like Chucky season 3 part 2. I was like,
I
oh,
haven't
part
even.
2 was I thought it was like a second trailer. I was like, no, this is the part 2 of the third season. I was,
Oh,
what the
they must
fuck? I
split
missed the
that as
whole
well.
fucking. But apparently it's got to do with the writer's strike or something, that they released the
Yeah, but
first 4.
they used to do, like, I know it is part of the writer's strike, but they
Mm.
used to do this before as well. 'Cause remember, Walking Dead used to do it the whole time as well.
Yeah, but
They
I
split
know
the
there's a
season in
few
half.
shows
Like,
that kind of got broke in half because
I used
they
to
had the
hate it.
strikes and
apparently.
stuff, and they released, like, because the Chucky season 3 had like 4 episodes in October. Knew nothing about it, and I loved that show, and I heard nothing about it. And then I saw the trailer for part 2, and I was like, I'm gonna have to go fucking watch this whole thing before fucking April 10th.
What's on April 10th?
It's
Oh,
that's when
the
Part
new,
2
the new
starts.
one. Yeah, the new one. Jonathan says Amazon is weird and that some shows are weekly, yet others get dropped all at once. Yeah, they usually kind of drop the first 3, isn't it? And then weekly
Yeah, I mean,
after
and
that.
that was one of my big complaints about the X-Men was like I remember I texted you straight after I watched it. I was going to go. My only complaint is I wanted more. It was like the one show I wish
Other
they had released
figures,
on
how are you?
fuller story, buddy.
Oh yeah, like I said to you, like after I
Mm,
watched, we'll get into it more in a while, like once I get through all
yeah,
the other stuff. But one, I would have sat down for the day and watched the whole lot, the
yeah.
a whole
I
two
would have
seasons of
watched
that,
it
like
all in
no
full order.
bother. Yeah,
I agree.
so before we kind of kick it off, then
The
with
boys.
show and tell. So, have you got something for show and tell?
No, I've got nothing new. I genuinely haven't bought nothing in weeks. Um, so the floor is yours with the show and
Oh,
tell this week,
right.
sir.
Well, funny enough, I've not really got much either, but
Okay.
I did get this in Smith. I went for I do my walk now of a Friday and a Thursday, and I do it by Smith's, so I have to walk in around there as well.
It gives you the freedom to venture
Gives
in and
me
see, like,
a good excuse, like.
yeah.
But I opened this and everything because the box was absolutely fucked. Excuse my French. I
Was it
got this
on? Was it cheaper because it was fucked or
Rey Mysterio for €6.
no? That's a fucking deadly cool Rem Mysterio actually.
The elite one as well, so not a bad
Actually,
pickup.
funny enough, that's the elite one, right?
Yeah, the Royal
I have
Rumble
the
series,
same. I have one of those, but it's not the elite. It's like what are the regular versions.
basic.
In the red.
Now another thing, and I showed you this and you were confused the fuck. I got this the other day from Amazon.
Yes, Brian showed it to me. He
Now,
was like, "Look at this." I was like, "What the fuck am I looking at, Brian?"
so Connor Fuller will know about this as well.
Hmm.
This is fishing wire. So I'm going to attempt in the coming days, weeks, months to hang some figures from the ceiling. Some
I mean,
flying
do you know when
figures.
you're doing your photography and stuff for the
Mm.
action figures, you could have them flying at stuff as well, like.
Well, getting them up there is going to be the first challenge. Whatever, but
Yeah,
anything
I mean,
else.
look, it'll be worth it when you figure it out, right?
I see what you did there. You figured it out.
Mhm.
You
So you're not
pulled
the
a
only
good pun
pun
there.
guy here.
Oh, terrible Tubbs. I should leave right
Oh,
now.
it was shocking bad, but I had to go with it. I said I'm running the show this week. Yes.
Ah,
Now,
fucking
see, I
that.
didn't. I was about to say I did not prepare a monologue, but I was going to go some
See, I can
freestyle
remove
spits there,
myself
like.
as well, and I'm so fucking sickened by it. Okay, so we'll talk about
Yes.
the trailers first. Then we'll go on to our corner for a change of,
Okay. We'll mix it up
and
because there's a
also
lot
like
of trailers.
we have we're going to talk about movie soundtracks and scores as well at the end of the show
Yes.
because we kind of touched a bit on music last week, and I thought one thing we never spoke about in doing the show was theme songs, scores, and all that kind of stuff because they kind of make movies what they are as well. Like so,
I mean,
but
come here. I mean, they transform films. Like movies are completely transformed by soundtrack.
okay, so we'll start. We'll start out with an interesting one. The Crow
Yes.
trailer. This came out, I think, a day after the last Culture Cast, so it's been a while now since we've seen it.
What trailer was
So
that?
the Crow, the new
Crow. Yes. Okay.
Crow
Okay.
remake. I'll let you go first on this one.
Okay. I have two sides of the coin on this one.
Before you go further, are you a fan of the first one?
I absolutely fucking love the first one.
Okay.
See, I get it, all right. I get it. I get the whole, there's a lot of this speak online saying that, like, oh, they should never have remade it. Because it was Brandon Lee died on set during that movie and should be a legacy movie. But the argument I have is they made like fucking 95 more.
Yeah.
And they were like, oh, like as bad as they were, or whatever. Edward Furlong was the fucking Crow at one point. Do you know what I mean? So there's been like
There was even a
sequels.
TV show, wasn't there?
Yeah, there was a TV show and everything. City of Angels was the sequel or something. I can't remember what the TV show was called, but yeah. So there's been sequels, prequels, and just reimaginings of the movie. So it's been done, all right. and I get the critique. It looks like Post Malone, fucking all this kind of crack. Do you know what I mean? With the short hair. Now, me personally, I would prefer the long haired look, but that's just me clinging on to the original. For what it was, it looks fucking cool. Like, I enjoyed the trailer. I thought the trailer was fucking class. I enjoyed the soundtrack of the trailer. But I don't. I mean, look. For me personally, and it's a nostalgia type thing that latches into me. I love the first one, so I don't think this one's ever gonna. This isn't even gonna top the original for me in any way. But it looks like an enjoyable fucking movie, right? It looks like it could be a good fucking action flick. And I like Bill Skarsgård, man. I think he's a really fucking good actor, man. He sinks his teeth into the roles he does. So hopefully, I'm hoping it will be enjoyable if anything. But look, I've seen a lot of people, and I'm not even coming at this as like, oh, I fucking love the original. Fuck them for making it. They made fucking, as I said, they made like fucking 6 or 7 shitty ones, really shitty ones. This one looks like it could be a good one, but the look is throwing people off. And I get it, they try to modernize it up or whatever, but I don't think it's like, I've heard people say it's like, oh, it's a bastardized version of the original. It's like, okay, yeah, he's called Eric Draven. He was called Eric Draven in the comics. This deviates from the comics from what I know, and I haven't read them all, but I've read some. And deviates from the original concept as well. Kind of, it still is the same kind of balance. But look, they're going a different direction. It might be a pile of wank. It might be absolutely bollocks, but it might surprise people. I think it could end up being a good movie. It, but for me, the original Crow is just a stellar fucking film for what
Mm.
it was.
My own thing, like I don't have any attachment to the original film.
Yeah,
It's just a film to me. This seems like it's another one of those movies where if it was named anything else, it would
yeah,
be
I
a
agree.
perfectly good movie.
Mhm.
But because they put the Crow, it's the Crow remake, obviously, and they've been trying to get this one off the ground for years. Like you've had
Yes,
Tom Holland attached to it, or not Tom Holland, fucking Tom Hiddleston.
yeah,
Jason Momoa as well was going to be the Crow at one point. Where they've landed though, I'm not sure. As you said though, the trailer, I enjoyed the trailer. I thought it was fairly
Mhm.
impactful, but he does look like that those guys that were in fucking Chappie. Remember that? Was it
Yeah. You
Guy
said that to me. He
Guy
looks like the
Antwood or
guy from
something?
Chappie. Like, yeah.
He just looks ridiculous.
Like, it's a
Just
bold choice, right? It is like to take the hair away, change up the paint, add the tattoos. It's kind of like the Jared Leto thing of the Joker, right? And it is like, let's be honest,
yeah.
it's kind of on that same line. But the only difference is you've got an actor that I feel will sink his teeth into this and give a banging performance regardless. Like,
And he's in another film as well. That was there was a trailer released for a couple of weeks earlier where it's very similar, and he's kind of doing all the
yeah,
kind of same stuff.
he's like a fucking mute hitman or some shit, or I don't know,
Yeah,
something like
it's
that. Anyway.
yeah, I don't know. Like I'm gonna watch it regardless, but
Dude, I'm gonna watch the shit out of it because I love the Crow. I love the story of the Crow. Like, I know this seems to be different, but like, look. As I said, it is one of those. And I just said there, I love the original. Like, I have the original on Blu-ray, fucking VHS, fucking DVD, or I don't know VHS, but I have it on physical medias and stuff.
again as well. Like when The Crow came out years ago, it was one of several come back from the dead movies for vengeance.
Yeah, I mean, look,
There
at the
was
end of the day, at
Darkman,
its
there was
core,
Spawn.
but I
It's
mean, at
just
its core, and you are right, it is like a resurrection revenge story, right?
mm.
At its core. But yeah, look, for me, there was just something special about the Crow, the
I
original
wonder
one.
though
Like,
as well. I wonder does it have the love it has because your man died on
do
set?
you know what? That could be very much a part of why it garnered such a cult following as well. Um, but I loved it back when I remember I used to love it when I was growing up, man. But I mean, it was very pro wrestling, if that makes sense. Like, I had that, like, fucking the makeup, the fucking costumes,
You're
like,
just saying that because it's Sting.
like, do you know what I mean? And I was very much in that vein of fucking superheroes and wrestling, and it kind of appealed to me, when I was growing up. But like, I'm not looking at this one, like, I'm not looking at this movie at all, because I've known. Look, I'm old enough to know you go in with an attachment to something and you try to watch a new thing that is based on it, and you've
Mm.
already kind of killed your kind of your viewing of the movie, like, by 50% anyway. because you're already kind of judging it off the back of the
Yeah,
original.
yeah.
You can't do that. You have to. I think you have to go into it. Look, I used to do it myself. I'm learning as I go. You kind of have to go in with like fresh eyes on things like this. Like as I said to you, it could still be a steaming pile of wank. It really could be terrible. But then again, I mean, look, it could end up
Such
surprising
lovely
people.
visuals, Tubbs.
Hmm?
Such lovely visuals, like Stephen.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, I just paint the picture right.
Yeah.
But I just
Can't
think
get the picture right, sir.
I do think though. I do think that. I mean, it could be a cool film off its back. But I do agree with what you're saying. Is if you call it something different, it could have been just a good action movie, a good revenge story. Do you know what I mean?
Fucking edgelord revenge story.
Edgelord revenge story. But look, we'll see. I mean, look, we'll see. It's out soon, so we'll get it in our look.
Jonathan
I
not
mean,
holding
look,
back.
as John said, look, it looks
New
shit, and I've
Chrome,
seen
looks
people say
sure.
that. I've seen people say that, and I think this is the thing, though. I think people are really, really pissed off about the look of the character. I think that's where it's landed. I don't think it's the violence. I don't think it's the
But
because
I think though,
visually it looks fucking class.
if they went with the long hair and the white makeup, people would be like, "Oh, well, they're just copying Brandon Lee."
See, this is it. You can't win. I mean, you really can't. And look, and I said it even at the start. I would have preferred the long-haired look. Less tattoos, long trench coat. I would have much preferred that look. They were kind of based on similar to the original.
I
But look,
always said
I'm going to give it a go and see where we land with it.
Best Crow sequel is Sting versus the NWO.
And did you hear he in an interview recently? He was saying that he didn't base his look off of it.
He didn't.
He said he based it off of the band Kiss.
I suppose.
Let's be honest. It like I have a Crow action figure, McFarlane's movie Maniacs, and it doesn't come with the jacket. It comes with the Crow, the guitar, and the stand. And I had a Sting Crow figure, and I took the jacket off that and put it on the fucking Crow figure, and now that jacket is now sitting on my fucking Fiend figure. Because that did not come with a jacket either.
Mick says, "Stop remaking films and make new original ones." Yeah, but
see,
people don't go to see new original ones.
But see, this is it. Sadly, we're kind of in a time in fucking film industry where like fucking the original ideas are far and few between at the moment, you know.
But it's in the music and video game industries as well. Everything's a remake.
Yeah, everything's being remade. It's just do you know, this proves this is how we've aged out of our generation to a point. You know, with this new generation that's come, we're the older people now, kind of going, "Oh, we just want the original stuff. We don't because we have
I've seen that in my 20s, sonny boy."
And it is, man, and all the new generations, like, we just want the older stuff, but like our own versions of it, you know, and it's usually crap.
Leave Brendan Lees alone.
Like,
well, he wouldn't want to be around Alec Baldwin, is it all?
I even heard one of the lads say to me the other day, they were saying, like
what mixed with?
But even like, why did they have to call him Eric Draven? Like, why didn't they just give him a different name? I was like, yeah, look, they could have done that, but they went with the fucking.
They would have been shot on as well.
They went with the Crow character, like, so. You know, look, it'll be an interesting one to see because, like, I could be here in a few weeks eating my words, and I mean, not eating my words, but like just being, oh, that was terrible.
Okay, so final verdict, hater shit.
I'm in the middle. I'm like 50. I mean, that's where I'm landed on it. I'm really, because I don't know if it's going to be terrible or good. I'm kind of in the middle about it until I see it.
A prediction. I'm going to do this for all the trailers, by the way.
Okay. My prediction is I think people are going to be surprised. I think this is going to end up being better than people think. I think it'll be good.
I'm going to say shit. One word.
Okay, I genuinely do think it'll be better than people.
That's just you've got a hard on for Pennywise, though.
No, dude. You know what it is I'm trying to go in a new way of thinking towards movies, man. New stuff coming out, because I do realize I live on a nostalgia buzz as well. And if something's like,
do in fairness,
you know, I think everyone does. Like, doing so if there's nostalgia attached to it, or if it's like a remake of something that I love, I tend to kind of hate on it a little more because I don't want the old one to be tampered with or whatever. And I'm trying to not approach it that way anymore. I'm trying to kind of give it a chance before I kind of make a verdict on it. But I think it'll be good. I think it definitely won't outshine any of the original kind of concept of the original movie in any way. But I think it'll be better than some of the other fucking crappier ones that were made.
So you're saying hit, so
Yeah, yeah.
okay. I want a movie on the Wexford Pikemen.
I think we all want that fucking Connorman. Do you know what I mean?
Lol Connor. Jonathan said, "Did those Crow sequels get cinema releases though? I don't ever recall seeing them anywhere apart from video stores." No, they were straight to
City
DVD.
of Angels, I think, did, and I think everything on after that then kind of went straight to kind of like DVD, home video type thing.
Original Crow was so good, hard to beat.
I agree.
Yeah, agree as well. Of all the characters to go for, why the fuck would you pick Leto's Joker as the point of reference?
See, this is where I've seen a lot of people kind of get annoyed
Yeah.
and make the comparison, because that's what happened with Leto's Joker. They kind of took this like bold swing in this new direction, and it didn't. And look, it didn't bother me half as much as it bothered the fucking rest of the world. But fucking, it didn't hit
Going
the
for the
way it should
princess
have.
and the picture caught it.
Do you know what I mean? Jared, like, I think we can all agree that Jared Leto's Joker is the weakest of the lot. Like,
I don't think so. Straight to DVD. Yeah, I thought it was straight to DVD
yeah,
as well.
if I remember correctly, I mean, I could be wrong, but I think City of Angels, because the first one did well off the bat, and everything with, you know, obviously the you know, around the movie and everything. I think City of Angels got a short term release. I'd have to look into that, obviously, but I think everything else
Um,
was straight to home video after that. Like,
Connor says, lived in a shared house years ago, and there was a lad from Longford with us. Explains a lot. He was obsessed with the Crow. I'll tell you the story at Comic Con.
deadly. Yeah,
James says,
do you know what? I think it was. You can't see, and you've heard me say that in interviews to people as well. I've quoted this line
except meat.
like.
Meat isn't a bad place. I've been there before. The Crow and the character Death from the Sandman comics define the look of an entire generation of people in the goth scene.
Yeah, no, you're bang on with it, Jono. But I do. I'm going to give this a chance, because I think, look, it's look. I think people are writing it off before they even watch it, and I think that's what happens with most a lot of things lately. That they get wrote off before we even kind of view them. Like,
Or Ireland during the summer. Mick says, one silver lining, the Crow films do amazing soundtracks. Yeah, and Jonathan says, gotta disagree there, Brian. The look of the Crow is based on the comic book, not the original Crow movie.
See, this
No,
is
I
it.
was on about Sting the wrestler doing it on
Oh yeah, Sting.
Sting, the WCW wrestler back in the day. He based his look on the Crow, but he says he based it on what are they called again?
Kiss, the band Kiss.
Kiss team. Yes, maybe. Connor says, Culture Cast Cinema Night Out. We'll go to Savoy for Alien. That's a long trip.
Oh, Alien. Yeah.
Looking forward to new Alien movie in August. And Jared with a buttery segue there into the next film, which is
Brian.
Alien Romulus.
Hi, Dad.
Hi, Grace.
Hi, Grace.
Stop fucking trying to get cameos on the show, you.
Hey, guys.
How are we getting on?
No, Jada wanted to say hi too, so I said I'd come down and say hello.
He's thinking we'll be in our corner when we're finished doing the videos.
Me. Love you.
Love you
Bye,
too.
Brian.
Good luck. What's wrong with you, Tubbs? So,
Just milking the cameos now, like.
It's like yourself, Tubbs. Mad for the camera. So Alien Romulus, Tubbs, I'll give you the floor again. That was my finger.
Okay, Alien Romulus, yes. Like, I know it was only a teaser we got, but the scene where
tell a lot in this teaser, though. I think.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping so, because something about, and we've talked about it before, about like this generation of trailers, right? Movies nowadays, they kind of tend to go overkill and kind of give way too much away. So I highly doubt you can tell the whole movie off of like the trailer. But I will say one thing: when I found out it was the guy that fucking was responsible for fucking Don't Speak and fucking Evil Dead, and you know I love that fucking movie. And I was going, oh fuck! And then when I saw the trailer kind of coming down the corridor and stuff, it felt very Dead Space.
Very Halloween, very horror, like.
Yeah, and I was kind of going, oh, this looks like it's a very different take on
Like
Alien.
we haven't had a proper horror alien film since the first fucking alien film. Like
Yeah,
really.
yeah, because they became more sci-fi fucking ish.
Shoot
Do you
'em
know what I mean?
ups.
I mean, they are sci-fi anyway. Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm.
but it's, you know what I mean?
No,
But
but they're very more action oriented. Like
yeah, they became
Like,
more sci-fi action than horror.
Aliens, no, in fairness, is one of my favorite movies ever. Like, but the first one
I
was
will
so
say
good.
one
Like,
thing. There was one scene in the trailer where your one is running through like towards the camera, and then like a load of facehuggers just like burst in through the door. When I saw that, I was kind of going, "Oh, that's fucking new. Like that's fucking like fucking fear-inducing shit right there. Like that's so cool."
right.
But I'm
Yeah, have you
visually
noticed? Have you noticed?
one.
Right, in every Alien movie up to now, the facehuggers they always like are in a stationary position, and someone is always
Yes,
trapped going. "Arr!" It's the
yeah,
same
it's not
scare
very
over
often
and
you
over.
see them all come like
You
in
don't
a
see
pack.
them chasing people. Like,
Yeah, and packed up like to do it as well. Do you know what I mean? So it's fucking very cool take on it. But correct me if I'm wrong, because this is where I get lost in this. Right? Is Romulus like just a brand new rebooted take, or is this connected to like fucking Prometheus and
no,
fucking?
I
Okay,
think it.
okay,
I think it's set around the first Alien film. Oh, I'm not
okay.
100% on that.
Before or after?
Around it. That's why I said around and not
Okay,
so
in and
sure.
around that time frame. Yeah,
In and around
like
there.
because Romulus, not Romulus, but like Prometheus, and what was the other one?
Um, oh, fuck. I can't remember.
It's the one where fucking Fassbender plays a whistle for a long time.
Yeah, he plays the fiddle with him, or
And the fiddle and the fucking
thing with
flute or
himself.
whatever the fuck he was doing.
Yeah, the
Um,
flute.
but
Whistling his flute.
obviously, like they're
Alien
prequels to
Covenant.
Alien, right?
There we go.
So they're prequels to Alien. So that's what I'm saying is I wonder is this connected, like a film that's going to connect the dots on both,
I'd
or
love
is
if
it just going to?
I'd love if they just started over again. To be honest,
Yeah, I mean, look, a big
but
fresh
that's
take in it,
something.
but I mean, I wouldn't even be so, but like I don't want them to like make a movie that like is like they're making a movie to connect the fucking two. It's
Yeah,
just if
yeah,
they're
yeah.
even if there's reference to both, not both, but just reference to like fucking because then you
I'd
kind
say
of know what it
there'd be
is.
very light references, maybe.
That and you know
Kind
what,
of like
light
Evil
reference is
Dead.
all you need, man. You
Kind
know.
of like Evil Dead that time.
Yes. Yeah, I mean,
Like,
like I know Evil Dead, like fuck, was it like the reboot, the one he made?
yeah, he's one. Yeah, yeah.
I fucking love, and I love
Oh,
the
that's
original Evil Dead movies. I loved that Evil Dead movie. I love the concept of it being a junkie trying to kick fucking the habit, and that's why they're the. Joe, all these it was a
mm.
fucking cool fucking remake, man. Bloody is all fucking hell. So
And Don't
this
Breathe
guy
was
can,
brilliant as well.
yeah, and this guy can do fucking gruesome fucking horror, like you know what I mean. So yeah,
Jonathan
I'm
says,
I'm I'm in for it. I think it's gonna be great.
"Oh yeah, hit for me on this one, definitely."
Yeah, I'm definitely hit. Like you know what I mean. Like
Alien Romulus
the
looks
Crow,
awesome.
I'm in the middle. This one, I'm kind of all the way fucking forward, and like I can't wait to see this movie. Like
What's up, Fulcrum? How's it going, dude?
story, dude.
Jonathan says, "Sup, Grace?" Connor says, "Good night, Grace."
Grace throwing her fucking
Night,
2 second cameo in as
hello,
usual.
fully embrace the giant. Hey, Gilbert. Night, night, Grace. Hey, Jonathan. Hey, Gilbert. Hey, Ian. How's it going, bud? Welcome back.
Story, Ian. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Connor? Howdy, Ian. Ian. Oh, Second, I'll just get down. Jonathan says the facehugger clip looked awesome. Yeah, it fucking really did.
That's the one that grabbed me. Like I loved all the aesthetic shots of the hallways and things and the alien at the end and all that kind of crack. But and even the new Ripley with the gun was cool. It was a cool shot. But
Yeah,
that
the
face,
alien
there was
just
just
being
something
behind her
about
as
that
well.
face hugger scene that I'd never seen in an alien movie, and I was going, "Oh, that's fucking new." Like
Now,
that's
did they kind of do that to the Predator? Didn't they? One of the Alien versus Predator films.
yeah, but that was kind of, do you know what I mean? Predator in an alien kind of like just an alien based movie. I don't think they've
As a
ever done
huge
that.
Crow fan, the new Crow is just insulting to me.
And do you know what, dude? I get it. I totally do get it. And look, a lot of people aren't going to agree with my opinion of like when I was talking about the trailer, like at all, and I totally get that. Because I too love the original movie. I'm just trying to fucking kind of look at it with a bit more positivity, and maybe it'll be good, you know. I'll probably end up
Hey,
hating it,
what's going,
fucking
dude?
story ways, but I'll probably end up hating it like everyone else. But
Chat.
I'm at least gonna try and give it, you know,
Give it
a fair
shot.
go.
A fair
Story
go.
ways.
Jonathan says Romulus is set between Alien and Aliens, but there's a connection to the last two Alien movies Ridley made.
So now at least we know where it sits.
Fulgrim agrees with you. He said, "Facts. People absolutely write things off way too quickly."
I mean, they do. I mean, I think, and look, I think we all are. I mean, I know I definitely have done it. I'm just, as I said, I'm just trying to give things a chance a little bit more than I would now, because look, 9 times out of 10 they're probably going to be fucking terrible and shite anyway. You're going to be, for fuck's sake, I was right, it was terrible. But
Precious, how's it going, my friend?
Story rum, how are you, buddy?
Enjoy, breathe a prayer, shed a tear for the crappy boy.
Yeah. So I'm gonna try my best to give it a bit more of a positive take.
Well.
Because I do. What?
The director said the aliens are all animatronic.
Wow.
Animatronics. There we go. That's
fucking
really,
amazing.
Really cool.
Going back to basics, man. Getting rid of the CGI shite. Like I'm assuming there'll definitely be CGI elements, right?
I'm sure, yeah, but like it'll be minimized.
But the fact that it's actually fucking going back to kind of basics. I think people should do that more in movies too, with all these creatures go back to the fucking,
definitely, yeah.
Because especially for the actors, to be able to act off of something brings a lot more,
Size off. Sorry guys, have to shoot. Drawing Xmen Nightcrawler live on Stu's art stream at 11. Have a great stream, fellas. Yeah,
no problem, thanks for dropping in.
There's a charity stream going on over on Stu's YouTube page.
Nice one.
Hello, Salacious Rome. Ian says it's all good. Like what you like. If people like the new Crow, I still have OG Crow to watch. Yeah, that's the best.
I mean, look, I am myself, but I love the OG Crow. I'm just trying, like as I said to Brian, I'm just trying to kind of give it a go. I give it a go and see how it ends.
Later, CSI Waze says the director was saying he hates green screen and prefers practical effects.
I mean, look, I'm a big fan of the practical effect element. I think CGI can be, like, we live in a generation where like you can just basically, like, how many times have you heard about like even the Marvel movies where like half the time they didn't even know what scene they were doing because it's just all blue screen and green screen. Do you know what I mean? It can, I've often said it, like, this is why the 80s movies, when you had all these like fucking like fantasy movies with like creatures in it and stuff, and the actors were able to act off of the creature in front of them, like.
Connor says I have to bounce too. I have to sharpen size pencils for him. I'm not going to ask what that actually means, but anyway, we'll see you, Connor.
No problem, buddy.
Fulcrum, Ian Ways. See ya. Later, Connor, and the film is full of CG. It's just good PR to lie and say there's none like Barbie and Top Gun did. Nick, who said that? Okay, so yeah, hit for both of us for Alien Romulus anyway.
Yes.
Go. Let's talk briefly about the Acolyte trailer. Star Wars.
Okay, no, I want you to go because I'm interested to see where you land with this.
Ooh, I'm all for new Star Wars content, to be honest. And I like how often have we come on here and chatted about the other shows and the other movies, and I've always said I'd love to just get rid of the Skywalker stuff for just one show and see what happens. So this is kind of the test for me. The what do they call it? The High Republic. It said 100 years. I checked it out before I came on. It said 100 years before Phantom Menace. So
would that set it in Knights of the Old Republic?
No, it's Knights of the Old Republic isn't canon in this. It's called the High Republic.
Okay. Yeah, but do you think this is their version of it?
Well, yeah, because they've been running books for the last couple of years, comics.
Yeah.
That's in this. I haven't read a lot of them, but yeah, I'm interested to see what they do now, where they haven't any big cameos or big names to lean on.
Yeah, I mean, look, you can't randomly bring like an OG character into it now.
And the one thing about it as well, a lot of people rave about Carrie-Anne Moss being in it. I actually can't stand her.
Yeah, I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Look, she's not the strongest actress in the fucking world, but a lot of character or people that have showed up in Star Wars movies over time haven't been the strongest either, and they've still kind of done their job well. Look, I mean,
Oh no,
you
it's
know
just like
a
one of
hell of
those I don't like
a
the
lot
face
more
like.
about the olden days of Star Wars than I do, because I didn't venture too much outside the canon until years later, but the Knights of the Old Republic like has always interested me as a story, and like just characters from it, like Revan and stuff, and I do believe that's him in the trailer, right?
I don't think so.
Oh no, I mean that's the first thing I thought was
Like
because they didn't
he's a
show
fairly
it.
big. I think he's a fairly big name that if they were doing something with him, it would be out there. Like,
Yeah, maybe unless let's be honest, we live in a generation where they show like fucking how many trailers before the release, so
that's true.
you're probably going to get
I
another one.
won't be watching anymore after this one anyway. I'll just watch.
Look, I mean, I'm probably dead wrong. I mean, like, and I'm kind of the fact that I don't know a lot about this is even better to me
Yeah, exactly.
because I'm not going into going like, oh, it's not like that in the books, or it's not like that in the books. You know, I'm like I'm
I was
on the journey for this one, like, you
I
know.
was kind of taking the piss the other day, and I put up what was it? I had up the five thing about fucking 5 reasons what things Star Wars fans go through with each TV show.
It's a process, like it
It's
is.
a process. And I was like, settle down, guys. We're only in June yet. There's so many like start talking about cameos and lore and theories and stuff, and I actually don't know anything about this show, which I prefer.
Which
So,
is better, right? The fact that I'm you're going into it with fresh eyes.
Mick said, "Great WWF tag team, the Acolytes."
The Acolytes, yeah.
Yeah. Jonathan said, "I have zero fucks to give about the Acolytes."
Jeez, Jono's on a hatred stream tonight, isn't he? He doesn't fucking Johnny. You don't like nothing tonight.
Oh, I hope not. So late. It's 100 years before Phantom Menace, so Yoda is probably in it.
I mean, like characters like that might have potential to show up, but like as Brian said, you're not going to have like the Skywalkers and stuff in it. You know what I mean? It's a complete kind of step away from that. And let's be honest, even with all the shows and stuff, they've managed to kind of shoehorn them in somewhere because they don't seem to be reliant on things that aren't like related to like a Skywalker story. And this is fresh. This is new. Look, it could be complete fucking. It could end up being the Boba Fett of shows. You know.
Jonathan said he loved the Alien trailer. You daft git tubs. He didn't hate everything.
This is true. Okay, you're 2 for 1. So all right, I love you, John. I'm only joking.
Jonathan said as well. Revan was around something like 10,000 years ago. Tubs in the lore.
I literally just said it, man. When it comes to like before the movies and onward, I don't have like mad crazy knowledge about all the Republic stuff. Like Brian's kind of force fed that.
No, the real experts are in the chat. Wade says the Old Republic happened before the High Republic, so about 1,000 years after and 100 years before Phantom Menace. They could make Star Wars for thousands of years. Yes.
Yeah.
Wade says Yoda is in the High Republic, so is Plo Koon. That's the guy with
see, like the boys know
the cross on his face on each side. Yeah, like I don't know. I'm looking forward to it. I'd rather there be some Star Wars than none. On like,
look, I love Star Wars, man. I've loved it since I was a kid. But as I said, I've always loved like the games, the movies, the fucking the shows or whatever. Like, do you know what I mean? And I read comics and stuff as well. But I never ventured into like the graphic novel, or not the graphic novels, like the novelizations and things. Very much so. And Knights of the Old Republic, my only dealings with all of that stuff would have been like the games. Do you know what I mean? And I only played those briefly. The best back in the day because my friend Phil was a massive fan of it, and I know you were a massive fan of it. So that's kind of my knowledge of that. Like, so I don't the lore of like the 10,000 years or 1,000 years. It gets very vague for me. So then I'm kind of coming on it with fresh eyes. And I'm happy to come on it with fresh eyes, man.
We kind of chatted about this the other day, myself and Jono and Connor. Disney fucked up lightsabers. They're just glowy baseball bats now, not the lethal weapons they should be.
And I think they kind of took
I think go on. If someone's coming at you with a light,
and I think what they've done as well is they've kind of taken the the danger of lightsabers away as well. Do you know,
Yeah,
because
that's what I was going to say.
anyone can be stabbed now for plot armor, do you know, like, and it means that.
Definitely, I think like if someone's coming at you with a lightsaber, you need to be losing an arm, a leg, or a life
Yeah, do you know what I mean? But
right
this is the
away.
thing. This is what they've done is like when the original trilogy came out, right? And you saw those, like, let's be honest, you look back at them now and slow paced fights and fucking, because the way they were. But it's like when Luke lost a hand or fucking, things like that, it meant something.
Yeah,
And
but
then
see, like
even when Qui-Gon got stabbed in Phantom Menace, like it was like, oh my
he
god,
died.
fucking, like you can, like it can be over that fast. So if you're off your game. And then
Like
as the years passed, it was like stabby, 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 fucking, resurrect, fucking force, fucking heal, and it became plot armor, and
like
it made,
that Reva one got the same injury as Qui-Gon, and Qui-Gon
yeah,
died
do you
there.
know what I mean? And so when you look at it, like Reva got it, you had fucking, what's her fucking name in Ahsoka?
Oh yeah, the wannabe Jedi Sabine,
Yeah, fucking, I keep forgetting her fucking name. Um, but she got stabbed the same way. That's what I mean. Is it kind of took the
Jeopardy.
danger. There's no danger with them now. It's like,
Yeah,
oh, we
yeah,
know,
yeah.
like we can stab like a main character and just have it be plot armor, because you can have force healing abilities now and shit. So they've done all that. So it's nice to kind of go back and see what they do. Even though they've gone back, they kind of like there's Jedi's in it, dude. I love Jedi's. It could be fucking amazing. Like I'm willing to
Uh,
give it a go.
I definitely think Raven will appear, whether it's Holocron or those witches are Revenites. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know anything about it. So evening,
See,
all. Hey,
this
Terry,
is
how's it going?
a story, buddy.
John says the prequels are aimed at the same age as the new Disney stuff is, but people lost hands and heads left, right, center in those movies. Yeah,
They did. Yeah, they did.
lost the head, all right. The ATJC. But yeah, ways I don't know, man. I don't think they'll just have Revan show up on a TV show. Maybe have to do a movie or something. I don't know. It's just my thoughts anyway.
I
Hey
mean, look,
Terry.
they might do.
So
But
Tubbs,
yeah, see, for me, dude, it's like I'm glad. I'm very happy to go into this with like, like a fresh kind of palette and not really know what the fuck is. I'm kind of I'm getting with it, because it's been a while since I've watched Star Wars and not kind of, well, once I not knew what to expect, but kind of just like, because like even with the Obi-Wan show, I did enjoy it, but you knew it was designed in such a way it had to go from A to B to fit in here.
I think about the Obi-Wan show, and I was talking about this the other day as well.
Yeah,
It was okay, but there were some great, amazing moments in it,
there was,
and there was
but
some
but
fucking
it did
awful
feel
moments in it.
kind of like the way that the end of the prequels ended was like it just felt like it was all right. So now we're at the part where we have to, like, we'll send Obi-Wan here and then we'll send Leia here, and then
They have to get to a
because that
certain point.
connects.
Yeah,
Yeah, because that connects to a certain point. And it did feel by the end of it, that's what they were kind of building. They were building another show that was just, oh, well, it has to go here. Do you know what I mean? So this time this show. I mean, obviously all the shows are going to connect because it's a big fucking open universe. It's been around years. Everything has to connect eventually. But it's nice to see something that goes way back. John has a lot
so
more room to fucking fill in space. Do you know what I mean?
shit or hate.
I mean, it could be shit. Disney's been kind of fucking really hit and miss, but I'm willing to give it a go. I think it'll be good. I think it'll be a hit because it's new, it's fresh. Do you know what I mean? I think it'll be because people won't know what to expect outside of maybe John and Wes that know the lower back, back off the back of their hand.
I'll go hit as well. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think it'll be good, dude. I think fucking, like, we spend so much time shitting on stuff. Do you know what I mean? We really do. Like,
With plenty left to shit on yet, so it's okay. Ways, I don't think the writers know who Revan is, lol.
It is Disney after all. Do you know what I mean? They're probably fucking.
Yeah.
They're probably been told what like which characters which as they write it.
John says that's the thing, Brian. All Disney Plus shows have some amazing moments and scenes, but overall story is shite for the
Now
most
that
part.
one I do have to agree with Brian. Because we've
They're not
often
all
said this.
shite, though.
No, what we've often said this by watching the Disney Plus stuff as well, is that, like, it's you get like 3-4 episodes in, and it does kind of start to dip down. Story G4s, but it starts to kind of dip down and kind of lose its way, and then you're at the end before you know it. You know.
We should have done this tomorrow night because I forgot fucking Stu's thing was on. G-Force, G-Man, appreciate everyone popping in and popping out though.
Oh, of course, yeah. As always.
G-Unit. Where was we? Okay, so next there was Last Night with the Devil. See that one? So this is basically it's kind of a true story, isn't it? This horror film.
I think it's one of those elements of like The Conjuring and all these movies
Yeah,
that are
yeah.
loosely based on true events type of a thing.
So say it for me. The actor's name, David Dalmatian, is it?
David Desmalchin.
That's definitely not how I've heard it before. But anyway,
yeah.
He's like the host.
Desmalchin, yeah.
He's like the host of this show.
If you say it slow, it's Desmalchin. It's Desmalchin. It's kind of a. You gotta pronounce it.
You've got a small chin.
I do. It's covered by a beard.
So yeah, the Last Night with the Devil is a TV show where he brings on a girl and her mother and tries to do live exorcism on the show or something.
Yeah, they're trying to kind of bring the spooky, bring up the ratings and talk with the devil like live. Through exorcism or whatever.
And it all goes pear-shaped. I like films like this, but I can see where people can think.
I have to say, it's a guilty pleasure for me. The old exorcism movies, like
I can see where people think it's a lot of shit though as well.
No, do you know what it is? It's one of those things where I've said, look, I mean, you could say it about like all the Conjuring sequels and all this kind of stuff, and Annabelle and the Nun and all these. Yeah, some of them are terrible.
Oh no, the Nun is dog shit.
It's dog shit. It's just not good. I mean, but they're lower. But this one, I don't know. This one just, I like your man. I think he's after coming on leaps and bounds as an actor as well. Like, he shows up in everything. He's good in everything he's in for the most part.
Polka Dot Man, wasn't it, in Suicide Squad?
Yeah, and let's be honest, he played a character called Polka Dot Man, and he kind of fucking was brilliant in the role.
Ant-Man as well.
He was actually I remember coming away from that movie talking about a character called Polka Dot Man. Out of all the characters in the DC universe that you could think that wouldn't fucking work, and it did, because the right actor got the part.
So I'm gonna go a bit quick through these now because there's a lot of
Yes. I think this will be a hit. I think this will be a fucking really cool movie.
I think it'll be a hit as well. Yeah, I think this is a really good film.
I'm sorry now if we're going hits on most of them, but
I've got to do Rebel Moon Part 2, Scaregiver.
Now I'll be honest about it. I think there's two reasons I enjoyed this trailer. I think because this one seems to be a lot more action. The first one seemed to be let's get the team together. This seems like it's more in Snyder's wheelhouse, like 300 action. He does that well.
You can really see the Star Wars fucking things slipping into it now.
But I was about to say like, my God, it's like Star Wars and steroids. But one thing I did fucking like, and I'll tell you why. When fucking Audio Slave started playing through that trailer, I was like, fucking, I got amped up. I was like, no, fucking bring the noise. Like, do you know what I mean? And look, I'm going to give this.
I wasn't fooled by it.
Watch it. No,
like
you know
Chris
what?
Says,
I was.
And I hate quoting that motherfucker. Watch it with the sound off.
What, the trailer?
Yeah.
Well, for me watching it, and it's not because I like Snyder's movies. It's because I have to admit the first one was not good. Well, it was not great. It was very slow paced. It was way too fucking long. We talked about it at nauseum, like, but
it made me nausea.
Yeah, for a lot more, you know a lot more than me. Like, but I also agreed it wasn't great. I think this will be a better movie. Now, it could be. I'll eat my words if I'm wrong, but I think this will be the better of the two.
But I know, like, it's going to be really fucking slowed down and not left flow properly, and he's terrible dialogue in there as well. I'm going to say shit on this one anyway.
I mean, look, let's be completely fucking open and honest about it. It's basically his version of Star Wars. Like he's making his own Star Wars because he probably couldn't get a job for Star Wars.
Rejected screenplay, isn't it?
Late nights look different. Well, definitely give it a shot.
Last night,
what's that?
The horror.
Late Nights of the Devil, yeah.
But
yeah, I mean, look, I'm willing to give this a go because I think this will be a better film because it's a lot more action packed. It looks more 300-y to me. Like it's
Like I'm definitely gonna watch it, like because it's gonna be on Netflix. Like, but
yeah. I mean, look, for me, it looks visually cool. Um, it looks like there's way more action in this version. And let's be honest, Snyder does action well. Like, let's be honest, he pads the runtime like a motherfucker with his super slow motion stuff, but he does visually do action scenes well. Um, and everything he does comes off like a fucking motion comic book anyway. And I do like that stuff to a point. But I'm going to give it a go, dude. I think it'll be a hit. I think it'll be much better than the first. I think the first one was like. I think what I will say is I think this will suffer for runtime. That's what's going to kick this in the ass.
yeah, they're
Is
all
it's
kind
going.
of overly long, aren't they?
That's what I mean. Is I think these. I think he should have made these films like shorter. And he's even struck a deal. Did you hear about this? That he's got the R-rated director's cuts coming. I think it's the week after, back to back. Um, so I don't know. I don't know. Look,
Yeah.
I'll watch them all. And I'll see how I land. But I mean, I think it'll be good. I think this will be a much better version of the first one. Now, does that mean it's going to be great because the first one wasn't great? I don't know. Maybe I'm just saying, oh, this will be a better film.
Is it only two parts then, or is
I
there a
think
third?
so. I don't think this is a trilogy. I think this is a two part
Oh,
kind of
yeah.
epic that he's making. Um,
Yeah, I agree with Jonathan here. I don't know, Tubbs, the action in Rebel Moon was kind of lame. The slowdown was in the wrong part of the sequence, if that makes sense, I felt. Yeah, the slow motion seemed misplaced or
oh,
something.
no, I'm not disagreeing with you, John, because me and Brian had a massive talk about the first movie, and that's one thing we both said is like the film seemed like it was an hour longer than it should have been because of the slow motion.
No, but not even because of slow motion. But it could have done. How do we explain it even? Slow motion in parts was in the wrong spots, if you get me.
Oh yeah, yeah. Look, I mean, fucking that Snyder on his slow motion fucking craziness. He just goes like to the fucking moon in it. You know, he
Yeah.
has like a walk in slow motion for no fucking reason. Do you know what I mean? It's look, as I said, it could end up being worse than the first one, and I'd be sitting there going, "Oh damn, I really thought it was going to be better, but it just wasn't." I think it will be though. I
What it
think
was
we're going to
about
get
was
a
the
lot more
friends we
action
made
in this.
along the
I
way.
mean, I hope it's my hope that it's better, right? Like I don't want to sit down and watch another 3 hour fucking movie that's boring and fucking, and it probably fucking will be. You know, like the stuff we're seeing in the trailer is probably fucking the most actiony scenes in the whole movie. Um, but I'm willing to give it a go. Like as I said, I'll give it a go and see fucking the first one. You know, and you know me, dude. I liked a lot of Snyder's movies. I like He's Dawn of the Dead. I like Man of Steel. I like fucking Justice League. You know, fucking Batman versus Superman.
Mm.
Um, Sucker Punch was kind of for me was like a long music video. I liked the Watchmen. You know, I liked a lot of his stuff. But yeah, I can openly agree that the first Rebel Moon, was not a great movie, like by any stretch. You know,
No,
so
300 now.
I'm just hoping that this is better.
Was it Dawn of the Dead he did as well? It was fucking brilliant.
Yeah, and you said it was like your favorite zombie movie at one point.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is. Still is.
it is. It's a really good fucking remake. Like,
That's the remake, yeah. What do we call it? There's the penguin thing as well. No, they didn't really show much in this.
I mean, look, a lot of the trailers that we watched were teasers practically.
Yeah.
You know,
So like, let's talk about these two together, Penguin and Beetlejuice.
yeah, because
Because
the Beetlejuice, like, let's be
one of
honest,
the, like,
it's just a 30-second ish teaser. Like,
you're a big fan of Beetlejuice, aren't you?
okay, I'm gonna be honest, man. I don't even care if it's crap. I am so fucking so juiced up to
I
fucking.
love Michael Keaton though.
But you know
He's
what, dude? I've seen a lot of people says, "Oh, he looks angrier than the original version." I was kind of, you saw two fucking clips of him.
he just
Like you got two, you literally got it like one where
2
he has a
seconds.
line. Hmm?
How can you 2 seconds is all they got? Like
This is what I mean. It's like this is the internet for you, bud. Do you know what I mean? People flaring up, going, "Oh, he looks too angry," because they saw a screenshot of him kind of close up on the screen. And he could be pissed off that he was locked away in a fucking thing. Do you know what I mean?
look him
Who
over.
fucking knows? But to fucking have the original cast for the most part back, and Winona looks great. Do you
Mm.
know? She looks great in there, and
Lock
yeah,
up your bags. Winona's here.
I won't like you, like when Jenna Ortega is going over the bridge. Joe, and she's like cycling over the bridge. My exact words are, "Oh, we're back." Like I didn't realize we were going back there.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like the whole way to the house and the attic and everything. I didn't realize it was going to be that deep cut. Like, do you know what I mean? Of location wise, like, but yeah, I mean, I'm all in for Beetlejuice, dude. I love the original. We're gonna sit down and watch the original one with Grace soon to get her ready for the new one.
Jenna Ortega's kind of getting pigeonholed, isn't she, into the
Like gothic-y type fucking kind of weirdo kid, like
Well, she's in her
either
fucking
that or
20s.
it's either the gothic-y kind of weird kid or sex with Martin Freeman. Because that's kind of yeah.
She'll be playing Edward Furlong next.
Yeah, did you hear about all the controversy about that? Apparently, fucking just because he's older than her in the movie. I was like, lads, it's fucking a movie and they're acting. What the fuck is wrong with you, lunatics?
He's a college professor or something, isn't it?
Yeah, and the internet's there's like an uproar over fucking like, oh, it's because of the age difference. These people do know that these are characters on a fucking screen, right? Like, where's the outrage coming from? It's fucking so stupid, like.
Teacher showing the fucking student or whatever. Fucking hell.
Yeah, like that's never happened before.
In real life.
Yeah, and it's a fucking movie, fucking Jesus. But Beetlejuice, yeah, gets the hit from me.
300 hit for me as well. 300 watch minutes, such epic scenes. No house, neither messed up every moon.
And I mean, if you want my honest opinion, he was left to his own devices, and his ego fucking is huge.
Beetlejuice looks cool as fuck. Burton has very few misses too.
Yeah, I agree. I love the love for Beetlejuice.
Ian says she's gorgeous, not your typical goth. No,
see. I think that's what the niche is here, dude. Is she isn't the norm of the goth? You know what I mean? She's this, and she's not really a goth either. She's kind of just dressed like one.
You met the wrong type of goth, so Ian. Yeah. Speaking of horror, actually, did you see Scream 7? They brought back.
Yes, I heard they're bringing like.
Apparently, like her road was blocked up the whole day because they drove a dump truck full of money back up her back door.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. That's what they should have done originally, right?
They shit the bed though, because your one fucked up, or they fucked off your one or whatever.
But I'll be honest, right? The new generation, it didn't bother me half as much as I know it bothered you. With the lead, remember the lead that they got in?
Her character was a good idea.
Spoilers or whatever for anyone who hasn't seen them, but fucking just like Billy's fucking long lost daughter's shit. Jenna Ortega was the side character that kind of became the main character, really.
Yeah.
Do you know, in a lot of people's eyes with it, So I'm kind of happy that
she was injured for most of the fucking sixth film anyway.
Yeah, but let's be honest about it, right? You're getting Neve Campbell, you're getting Courtney Cox, and you're getting Kevin Williamson back.
Before you go any further, which brings us back to our lightsaber thing. In Scream 6, Jenna Ortega should have fucking died.
See, but
I think the other ones, the first girl always died and she survived.
See, I think the reason they didn't is because I think that they just assumed, your one wasn't going to go off the deep end and do what she did with the tweets or whatever, and Jenna Ortega wasn't going to like bow out. I think that's what it was, but I think it's better because I think the direction they were going, yeah, that's fine, but it was starting to kind of, I don't know. Do you know when horror films kind of are left go too long? The magic of plot armor. But that's what it is. But they go too long, and then they start to kind of go a bit like Friday the 13th, Jason X. He's in space now. You're running out of ideas. To have them go back to the original cast and kind of go back to the kind of original, context of the original story. I think this will have deeper cuts, man. I think they should bring back fucking Matthew Lillard as well as fucking Stu. Find a way to get him back.
I was just going to say, there's only one real active storyline for Neve Campbell's story, whatever.
Yeah, Neve Campbell.
To do. And if he came back, and
Stu Mockridge. I mean, I know people said,
He was
yeah,
in
but he was crushed by
whatchamacallit.
a TV and he died. Dude, Cindy came back in EastEnders and she fucking died 20 fucking years ago. It can be fucking done. If you can fucking figure a way out to do it, you can fucking do it. You know, I'm
Who?
just saying, it's a character in EastEnders. She like died on screen. You saw her die, and then all of a sudden she's not dead.
But sure,
TV,
like,
buddy.
I don't know. I'm delving deep into my deep fucking soap opera knowledge here, like. But wasn't there some character supposed to be buried under the pub or something and came back as
They're
well?
doing it right now. I know this stuff because fucking herself watches it, like. But apparently there's like a person buried under the fucking thing, and apparently they don't know if he's dead or not, but he's buried under the fucking ground. How did he survive? TV, like as I said, if it's fictional material, you could find a way to fucking bring anyone back. And Stu Macher is the perfect character that you could fucking bring back, and it would fucking hit like a fucking ton of bricks, in my opinion.
I would like, last I'm going to say about Screen now, but I would love, I have always wanted it to happen for Neve Campbell to be the killer, just eventually driven mad by it all. Like,
or imagine it was all in her fucking head, dude.
that's my.
Imagine that. Dallas, that shit. She wakes up and fucking, and
That,
she's in a
I would be
mental fucking
so mad
hospital.
if that was. I'd be so pissed off if that was.
Yeah, like realistically, like, you know what I mean? Like fucking, you'd be kind of going, oh, okay, that was a fucking journey for a very weak payoff.
Man, it was actually
I
fucking
don't.
Dewey that did it.
No, I don't think they'll ever go the route where she or Courtney Cox are the killers. I think it'll go back. Like, I think they're going to go back to the roots of it, like the roots of the first movie, and really kind of come full circle with it. I think.
Herself, sure tubs.
Herself, sure tubs. I've lost that. I don't know what that reference is.
Yeah, you'd have to remind me about that as well. Invincible watched. We talked about this already, didn't we?
Yeah, I think we discussed this a
Well,
while
you
ago.
haven't seen that in, yeah, but
I didn't realize
fucking,
that nearly the entire season 2 was already out.
the only spoiler I can give you, Tubbs, is it's violent as fuck.
I mean, look, I told you if you wanna talk about it, dude, I don't care. I'll watch it regardless. Like,
No.
because I love me some fucking animation.
X-Men 97. We can actually talk about that now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So X-Men the animated series is back.
Yes, it is.
I was kind of worried about whether it was going to be good or not. I'm going to be honest.
Now, I've heard, and I've seen, and I know people that didn't like it. I'm not one of them.
I'm not either.
I said it to you, like when the opening credits kicked in, and as I said, I've said to Brian, it's hard to resurrect something usually and get it to like look the same and feel the same for the most part, and when the opening credits kicked in, I was like, oh, we're back, like we're right back in it. It feels like the same show.
Yeah.
Like, obviously, do you know what I mean? Like the animation is slightly stylized, obviously.
I didn't even notice after a couple of minutes.
No, you don't. You don't. I mean, I noticed it with Jubilee mostly. She had like the most stylized look from what I could see of most of them. But it felt, and I've heard people say, oh yeah, but some of the voice acting seems ropey because it's different actors. Give a fuck about none of that shit.
It's not different actors. They're just older.
It was like someone took a fucking nostalgia fucking dump on my chest and I just laid there and enjoyed it, in the best way. Like Morph in this version, way fucking, I think they get like, for the 2 episodes I've seen, and I know, and like going back to the right, I know people were saying it's like, oh, Morph looks way different, with the fucking white face and all that.
But that's his comic look.
Yeah, that's the comic look. But you know what I mean? They didn't really kind of like stick to it. They gave him a normal, and he has the normal face in this as well. But the thing I loved about it is how they used him in this.
Oh, he was fucking amazing.
Like he was morphing into fucking characters left and right. And I think I said it to you, there's a scene where like Wolverine is kind of sad in the tree about like whatever. No spoilers for anyone that hasn't seen it yet. Like, but like he's sad about a certain situation that happened, in the episode, and then he just morphs into Sabretooth to like cheer him up so they can have a bit of a scrap.
He turns into Jean first, and then he turns into Sabretooth.
Yeah, he was kind of fucking with him at first, and then he kind of saw like, oh, he's a bit sad. But there was one part in it, right, where I genuinely chuckled out loud when it happened. It was like Jean comes into the room, she was like, he's here, or he's coming, he's here. And then Wolverine jumps up with claws out, and he was like, what? Where? Apocalypse? And she was like, no, the baby. I was like, well, that's fucking funny. That was fucking it gave me a bit of a chuckle, you know. But and Cyclops, like they really kind of like redeemed Cyclops in my
My
opinion.
man.
Like they did. Cyclops was like that scene where they were all diving out of the fucking Quinjet.
Yeah, I've seen it. I've seen it drift
Is
so
it
many
called a
times.
Quinjet?
Yeah,
Yeah.
XJ.
And they were jumping out of it, and they were all
Quinjet
and
is
he was
the
skydiving
the
down, and then
Avengers one.
used the beam to like just literally like stop him from fucking hitting the ground like a ton of bricks. And then he just gets up, and it's all the pose and come to me, my X-Men, and I was kind of going, that's fucking cool. Like there was a lot of cool fucking characters. I
I
didn't
really
like the
like Cyclops.
character. I will say one thing that I didn't like was that
He got shafted in the movies.
was that young fella that they were trying to protect.
Sunspot, I think.
Yeah, I wanted to hit him with the back of my fucking hand so bad. Like I was like, get this fucking fool off my screen. I don't like this guy, you know. But I mean, and for Morph again, for me, I felt like Morph had one of like the sickest story arcs in the original show.
Mm.
Like with fucking, you know, like with everything that went down with Sinister and things like I loved all that shit. And to see him really kind of like just, you know, get to shine kind of like the way they left him do it. And a lot of characters, I mean, like we're only 2 episodes in, so like even like I've heard people say like, oh, but Gambit really didn't do nothing and Beast didn't really do nothing. We're 2 episodes in, you know. You're going to get characters like these characters are going to get a chance to fucking kind of like show up and do some stuff. And
they
I
all
think
took
for
down
the
a lot of
most
fucking
part,
sentences in the first episode as well.
yeah. I mean, like it was like it was fucking it was deadly. You know, I enjoyed it. And I heard a lot of people giving out dinner about like the whole Magneto thing. Was like, oh, it's fucking stupid that Charles would do that. I was like, not really though. You know, it seems like such a Charles thing to do.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like fucking, do you know what I mean? This is what I was looking at. I was kind of going, like, fucking, that's exactly what Charles Xavier would do. He fucking tried to redeem the guy that fucking he felt he couldn't save. You know, in that Charles logic of giving him the fucking thing, like. But how did you feel about the Storm arc?
The which?
Like the whole
well,
direction with Storm.
If they're going by the comics, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it going.
That's what I felt it was. I was kind of going, oh, they're kind of leaning more into this. Like I was kind of going, oh, this is cool.
I've seen like I know we're highlighting people who are being negative and stuff like, but like there's people giving out, oh my god, they gave her best moment and they took away her powers. Typical. I'm like,
have you seen the original cartoon? Like she had a lot of great moments before this happened. Yeah. You know, it's but look, as I said, it's the internet, dude. You know, if you put fucking gold on screen, someone's gonna bitch you more. You
know. Ian said, "I love bits. I hated bits. It was more great than bad though. Cyclops is savage."
Yeah, and this is the thing that I will agree there, right? I used to always slag with Brian and say like, "Oh man, fucking Cyclops, man, he's a fucking Boy Scout. He wrecks my head." And I really felt like they handled him really well in these 2 episodes. Like he didn't come off like he comes off as the Boy Scout, the leader.
We're so used to having Wolverine being the centerpiece of everything.
This is it. Do you know what I mean? Because and I'll be honest, Wolverine for me is my favorite X-Men. Do you know? He's just the fucking coolest. Like he's so fucking cool. You know. But story wise, I really did like how they handled Scott Summers in this. Like
you just like him because he's a fellow midget.
And look, he speaks to me, right? He's hairy like me. He's small like me. He's fucking got anger issues like me. You know, it's like, you know, it all fits in one panel.
Mick says to you, shitting in your chest. What a magical image.
Mike, Mick, I tried to paint the best pictures I can, but what I got, you know.
The animation was very anime. I'm used to that.
Yeah, I mean, look, there was elements of that in there. Like as I said, it was a little bit more stylized than the original, but there was a lot of moments I was watching and it felt like the original cartoon. So I was delighted with that.
I'm absolutely loving it. Felt like a kid again. I've watched it so many times so far.
I agree. Yeah. And isn't that the point? Isn't that the whole point of why they did this as well? Well, obviously it's for the bags of money they're going to get from it, but
his acting was atrocious. Which character are you on about? Is it a new episode every Wednesday? Yep, every Wednesday.
Yeah, every Wednesday, yeah.
If it wasn't Storm and some black characters losing powers, it wouldn't matter. It matters because the character would know. Yeah, but I would say just keep watching. It's a massive part of the comics.
Look, there's good. You know yourself. I mean, all you can hope is the payoff will be good.
That's a huge story arc in the comics.
Yeah, see, I agree with Jono there. Like, do you know what I mean? There's a payoff to it. Like,
Things I didn't like about it.
Yeah, go on.
I'm trying to think.
I mean, I'm sure there are things that, like,
Rogue definitely sounds like she's been voiced by an old woman now.
yeah.
But it is the same. It is the same. It is all the same actors across the board.
Well, for
But
the majority anyway, I think, yeah.
You can't tell a lot of them have
Like, what is it? It's like, for everyone that's still alive that was voiced in the original is doing it, right? Yeah.
Most of them are there though.
And I did say to Brian, do you remember this? I was talking about to Brian a while ago. I had completely forgotten that the whole Rogue Magneto thing happened in the original cartoons, because I said to Brian, I was like,
yeah.
seemed weird that they kind of went there with the whole two of them. And he's like, that happened already. I was like, really? I don't remember that.
It happened in the comics
And I
anyway,
went back
yeah.
and looked at it. I was like, oh, he's right. It did happen. I forgot that part.
Jonathan said Jubilee is the only new voice. Maybe that
Yeah,
explains
Jubilee.
not
I
half as annoying.
found Jubilee kind of got, like, I won't say got, but she seemed the most like stylized out of all the characters, if that makes sense.
It's her new yellow jacket, Tubbs.
No, it was more her face. It was more how her face was animated. Kind of as the lads were saying about the anime style.
Yeah, the guy.
Oh yeah, that fucking guy. Yeah. I agree. I wanted to slap his fucking face.
Same voice actors didn't know. The guy who's doing Psych sounds so close to the original. Yeah,
because I do know it's not all the original voices. It's like more like a 90% original, and then there's kind of a couple of new ones in there.
As I said a minute ago, you missed it. Jubilee is the only new one.
Okay, so Jubilee is the only one. So I assumed it was a little more.
Way said when Magneto tore the top of the Congress building and took the podium, and Executioner Beast had me dying when he's like, "Oh, that's not good."
Yes.
Waze said Gambit is new too. Mick says, "What channel are these episodes?" So
Disney
they're either
Plus,
on
my friend.
Disney Plus or Special Irish channel.
Yeah, Special Irish channel got you covered if you got it.
Jean, Cyclops, Bishop are also different actors. Really? I must look that up later. Okay. But yeah, like, I'm so excited for the next episode on Wednesday. I would absolutely love to be able to watch the whole season in one go.
See, that was what I was saying to you, buddy, man. I get the whole episodic TV that Disney Plus does. It's kind of like all cuts. It's like, for, you know, it's how we used to watch these things. But yeah, sometimes I just kind of see something that I'm enjoying, and I'm kind of going, can I just fucking watch all of it? You know, can I just have more?
Jonathan said the voice actors are all back, but are playing different characters.
Oh, okay. So is that why they're kind of they switched them around?
A Special Irish channel? Question mark. I'm sure we've explained this before, but I will message you, Mick, with a link later. I'll find one for you. Ian, Jean is now played by the woman who did 90s Black Cat. She awakened something in a young me.
Okay. That is good to know.
Felicia Hardy.
And so, like, obviously, spoilers for anyone that hasn't yet got their eyes on it. But I think everyone here that is in the chat has probably fucking watched it. But what did you make of the ending of the second episode?
Very cool. Very, very, very cool. I worry, like, I hope to do it right. If they do what I think they're going to do.
Okay.
And like, there's an action figure in Wave 2 of the Xmen 97 set that tells me they are going that direction. So.
Okay. Because you mentioned something to me, and I remember you said it to me, and I was going to wait. I did not get that from that end of the episode. I was just going like, fucking, why is there like two of them? You know?
So, like, it's not really. Is it really a spoiler? So,
like, I mean, look. Yeah. Give it like a countdown for anyone that hasn't seen it, just like short trailers or whatever.
There's a stinger, we'll say, at the end of episode 2. It's kind of a cliffhanger. So at the end of 5, I'm going to talk about it for a minute. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so brief spoiler chat. So at the end of the show, there is 2 Jean Greys.
Yes, this is what threw me.
Now, Madeline Pryor in the comics is the clone of Jean Grey.
Yes.
But which one is her?
See,
Which
that's
one
what I
had,
said to you. Is
which one had the baby?
like, are they doing this like where it's like Jean isn't really Jean type thing?
Because there's an action figure in Wave 2 of X-Men 97 of the Goblin Queen, which is
Okay.
Jean, like.
Yeah.
Basically. So yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what? It's interesting. It's interesting because like I remember a chunk. Like I even have like a lot of the X-Men series on Blu-ray, and like I have the Blu-ray there, but I have a lot of them on like DVDs and stuff as well. Do you know, like do you know the way they used to release like the 6 episodes and things like that? I've seen a chunk of them. I remember a lot of the stories, but there's still some story sections obviously I've forgotten. It's been years, so I haven't gone back and watched all of it. So there's some bits I did forget, like the whole, like Brogan Magneto thing. I completely forgot that happened. But yeah, so it's going to be interesting to see, like, are they going to go with, like, has Scott been banging the wrong gene, like,
Banging the wrong genes.
yeah,
It's
the wrong genes.
it's that whole a person can't play a character of different race bollocks. I can't bear that shit. Like, it's fucking acting. Like, get over it.
Yeah.
So Jono is the cable guy at Ways of Smith.
Yes.
Do you think they will go all Inferno, Brian? I don't know what they'll do, but I'm interested to see. Ian says, were you surprised how grown up it was writing, drinking mature plots? Well, no, because the X-Men has always been about mature themes and stuff, like about.
I will say one thing. Go
on.
I was watching it, all right, and Beth was sitting down watching it with me. I was like, "Oh, this is this character. This is the X-Men, and this is who it is." And then the club scene came on, and she was like, "Oh, I can't watch that." I was like, "Oh shit, okay, fuck." I wasn't expecting this to happen. It was like shifting the face off each other and drinking and fucking all that kind of crack. So I was like, maybe you shouldn't watch this. I didn't realize that this had these things in it. So there's I'm all for the mature plot lines because the X-Men are fucking all that.
Like the first series, the original series was all like about serious stuff as well. Like
let's be honest, right? The original series gave us one of the best fucking image fucking memes of cartoons with Rogue lying on the ground and Apocalypse standing in front of her. Like,
start me about that.
Everyone remembers that. Like,
there's people giving out that our arts got smaller in the fucking animation.
Get over Jesus Christ! It's a fucking cartoon. Get over it, man. Life isn't that fucking hard.
Storm will definitely get her powers back halfway through.
Yeah, of course.
Maddie had cable genes at the door.
Yeah.
Guess who the baby grows up to be, Tubbs?
Cable
guy.
I see, buddy. I know a chunk of stuff. I've forgotten a chunk of stuff as well, though.
As someone who never reads comics, it's all exciting to me because I have no idea what's coming. It's not Cable. Oh, fucking yes. Yeah.
Is it not Cable?
No, because no. Cable is
okay. Because I was full sure they had like Cable. It was like Scott Summers' fucking son, like.
I definitely think they will, John. It's based off the episode titles. We're getting some Grant Morrison, new X-Men stuff towards the end of the season.
Okay, that's what that is. Okay, so Strife is the fucking actual kid, and then there's a clone. All right, I knew it was something connected to fucking Scott Summers and him being his dad or whatever.
Strife is the clone. That was retconned. Look, either way, they might change it.
Yeah, okay. Look, the version I remember was that Cable, like Scott Summers was Cable's father, but maybe, as I said, retcons have happened and whatever else. But that's the version I remember with Strife. So Strife is like the fucking original version of Cable. So is that it?
He's the big bad.
Yeah. Tell me, but because like there's been a lot of years and a lot of comics, a lot of fucking years.
X-Men canon is super convoluted though.
Yeah, but I have forgotten some things along the way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, so that's X-Men 97. I give it definite hit for both episodes.
Yeah, it's a hit for me, dude.
Fucking super hit. So we're going to do our corner in a minute, but you know what I watched the other day, and you're going to be surprised.
Yes,
Madam Web.
See, I have it there to watch. I haven't got around to it yet. But so, what's your take on it? Is it the worst of the Sony movies?
No. No.
Okay.
Like Venom 1 is better than it.
Yeah.
I would say it's better than the rest of them though.
Okay.
Okay,
So
so
do you
like
think? So is it a case that you think people like
I would
shat
put
on
this.
it? Like,
No, it's bad. It's pretty
okay,
bad.
so it is bad.
It's bad.
Is it Morbius bad?
No, I fucking hate Jared Leto anyway.
And the
So.
mad thing about it is, I didn't like hate Morbius. I was so confused about Morbius because fucking so much of it made no fucking sense. I was like, what's happening? Why does he have the suit when he came from a different universe or multiverse and he wasn't in the suit?
Michael
This makes
Keaton
no
doesn't
fucking
even
sense.
understand that. He said that himself.
Oh,
But
yeah, he doesn't even know what happened. You know?
so yeah, like this would be an okay movie if it had fuck all to do with the Spider-Man universe.
Okay.
So you've seen Final Destination years ago, right?
Yeah, I loved it.
Right. So everybody the two main characters in the movie, the bad guy and Madam Web, kind of have Final Destination powers.
Okay, so they can kind of see like
So
how something's going to happen before it happens. All right, I get you.
so basically, like and Jonathan said it lacks cool action. I'll tell you why. It's because it's more of a thriller horror movie than an action movie.
Okay.
So basically, like, I'm not going through the whole story here, but a guy and a girl in the Amazon, they find this spider or whatever, and they both
It
get
has
bitten
to
by
be the
her.
spiders. Jesus Christ.
They both get bitten by the spiders, whatever, and she has a child in that turns out to be Madam Web, who gets this power that she can see shit before it happens, bad shit, like.
Yeah.
But the guy that was with her is also gets the
I
same
see her.
power, but he
Yeah.
gets Spider-Man powers as well. He can poison people and he can crawl on roofs and shit.
Okay, can I ask you
Doesn't,
one
doesn't,
question?
doesn't seem to web though. Go on.
How long is Sydney Sweeney in the suit?
Combined total of about 7 seconds.
Fuck me. I'm not watching it. The whole trailer fucking got me like excited because I was like, cool, that looks wicked.
I don't care about spoilers for this movie because I don't think half of you will watch it anyway. But anyway, right?
Most of the people in the comments have probably already seen it or not going to watch it anyway. So
This is the whole driving force for the movie. So the bad guy, right? He has a premonition that these 3 spider girls are going to kill him. So he sets out to kill them himself, right? And he doesn't know who they are and doesn't know where they're from, etc., etc.
okay.
He
This
kidnaps.
is where communication comes in, right? You could have just sat down and talked to these girls and go, look, I got this weird vision. You were going to kill me. I'm not a bad guy. Let's kind of squash that shit and let's go our separate ways. Boom, boom. But no, I get what you want. I'm only fucking with you.
He kidnaps this like high-ranking FBI, NSA agent person that basically has like a computer that can face recognition people and all this kind of stuff. Has all this mad technology, and he tracks them down eventually. 3 girls who know nothing about each other either, and they all happen to be in one place. And he finds them, right?
I did hear one thing about the movie, all right? It's like after he tries to kill them in a diner or whatever, is it?
Yeah, that's one part.
That they're in the woods or something, and they've just been attacked, and is it like fucking Dakota Johnson's character goes, I have to go here to get this thing. Ye stay here. And she fucks off to do a side mission and leaves them like alone
in the woods
while the dude is fucking trying to kill him. I was kind of going, when I heard that, I was kind of going, okay, that sounds like this movie just kind of goes like a side mission-y quest around to get to the fucking way it's going.
So, right, the parts that I liked her as the paramedic because she's so fucking cold and stubborn in it. I don't know, is it on purpose or is it sarcasm she was going for? But like, does this? I pissed myself laughing because they saved this girl at the start, and the kid comes out with a drawing. It's like, "Oh, you saved my mommy. I drew you a picture," and she hands her the thing, and she's like, "What the fuck do I do with this?" Like, hands it to the other guy. He's like, walks away.
Oh, is it Ben
So
Parker?
funny.
Is it?
Yeah, Adam Scott. So like, I enjoyed her in it more than anything. But then they crash.
And do you know what,
right?
dude? I've grown to like her a lot more as time's gone on as an actress. I think she's good.
Mm.
And she's very funny in interviews and stuff. It's very fucking entertaining, like, to watch. But yeah, so it's hard to rate these Sony
Like
Spider-Verse movies.
she gets into this crash then, right? And then
What?
this crash like activates her powers, and she starts seeing things happen before they fucking happen. Like, and
Oh, so they basically what? So she gets into this, like, so that's how it activates her powers. So that's how she was
she's
able to kind of.
she's going home. She's going home in the subway, and these particular girls seem to be on the same train. And
Right.
it's pretty cool the way to do it sometimes. But your man comes in and snaps all their necks, and then it just snaps back, and she's like looking across, and the same person's looking at her, and she's like, and then starts to notice, oh fuck, this guy is coming.
I mean, it seems to me like you know, if like this bad guy is more of just like he's more of like just a big dickhead, really.
Like, what I will say is this will be an awesome concept if it went full horror and away
Okay,
from
okay.
away from superhero shit, because the two just don't mesh well or something. I don't know. And then
see-
the fact they're there
Go
at
on.
the end, then, right? They're there at the end. Everything is all looked after or whatever. And how she gets her blindness and everything is ridiculously bad. And this is the shot you were looking for. They come in and they're like, oh, how do you see us doing in the future? And she's like, oh, you're doing okay. And then it just shows like a clip of them all in their suits. Doing all this
Okay, yeah,
stupid
yeah.
shit. And then it's over.
Well, see, for me, like, I haven't seen it, obviously. You know, I'm just going off of like what we're talking about here. But this film seems to be another one of those. You're making a Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. Now,
I know what they're.
it doesn't matter. All these films, Craven the Hunter is going to probably be the same way. You're like, all these movies just suffer because what the fuck is the point of all these villain stories if it's not going somewhere? And I don't think it will, because it seems now Marvel are kind of leaning, or sorry, Sony are leaning way more towards kind of letting Marvel do some shit now.
Mm.
Do you know what I mean? In the future, kind of, because.
But then again, though,
But
like,
even if that is the case, Brian, right? If they kind of go to like the MCU and go like, look, we'll kind of source out some of these characters if you kind of put them in and kind of build, Joe, here. What's the end game of all this madness that they've been designing?
I don't know.
Do you know what I mean?
As bad as Venom 2 was, actually was pretty cool. Matter well, oh yeah, I read that one out already. Is it bad or laugh bad? I would say laugh bad, almost decent bad.
Okay, so it's really, really bad, but it's like watchable.
I would say shit rather than hit, but it is watchable. Like,
Yeah, okay.
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it watching it. Like,
so are you trying to tell me that the Madam Web trailer basically Godzilla'd us with their trailer? Do you remember the Bryan Cranston trailer for Godzilla?
Yeah.
You thought Bryan Cranston was the main actor?
And he was in it for half an hour, 40 minutes, like, so.
He was not in it for that long, but the film, like, they did. But if you remember the trailer, regardless of how long he was in it, you remember the trailer. They amped it up like he was like the main guy.
Yeah, but the main star of that movie was Godzilla, and he was even less.
No, but my point being is like that was pure trailer trickery. Like, it seemed like this was the same way. They were like, this movie's going to be shit. Like, at least show them in the suits, and
yeah,
you know, we'll get more fanfare or whatever.
Like, there's literally 2 flashbacks, and they're in it for seconds in each one. Like,
did you see the Sydney Sweeney interview during the week, actually, where she was asked about like, oh, like, would you, like, where do you see yourself, like, when it comes to the superhero genre, like the Spider-Man universe and everything else? And she turned around and she actually said that, like, she wouldn't mind playing Gwen Stacy in the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. I was going, oh, that's fucking cool. Like, that's actually, because, like, obviously herself and Zendaya have done the Euphoria thing.
She should be Black Cat.
Oh, see, that's a redemption arc right there, right?
Or, if she wants to, I believe her as Emma Frost as well, actually.
Yeah. So, I mean, like, this is the one thing about it, is like, I mean, as I said, I haven't seen the movie.
Emma Frost costume tubs.
But like she's a good actress, dude, given the right material. Do you know what I mean? And I don't
Yeah.
mean getting her tits out. All right, I just mean in general. Do you know what I mean? Like
What kind of
she
material
seems
do
like
you
she
think?
can handle a scene. All jokes aside, like she seems like she can act real like well when the material is good. So yeah, I could see her definitely play like a different character in the MCU going forward
As
if
for
she wanted to
Dakota,
continue
what's her
on, Joe,
name?
kind of like the superhero thing.
Dakota Johnson isn't bad either, like, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, look, I like Dakota Johnson. I wasn't like I wasn't really sold on her with the whole 50 Shades stuff. Like, do you know what I mean? It is what it is. Do you know what I mean? But
And your man was
the more
wasted
I've
as Ben
seen her, the
Parker
more
as
I've
well.
liked.
Like
You
that's
know,
the worst thing about this movie. The cast is actually isn't bad. Like
it's good.
the
Like,
guy,
yeah,
the guy that plays Ben Parker is good as well. Like
yeah. Sure, fucking the girl. One of the Spider Women. The I think it's the one. I think it's the colored girl. I think she's playing like Hawk Girl in fucking the new
I don't
Superman
know.
movie.
Oh,
Yeah, so do you know what I mean? So that like, she's, you know, it's like, and what I heard one of my mates say it the other day, and I've heard it being said before as well. But he was saying to me, he's like, you can't really, like, your career's not dead after a bad movie. You just have to admit it was a bad movie and move on.
yeah, but like you can have like as Jonathan said there, major props to Fanning and Sweeney starring one of the worst movies ever made, and come out of it
Yeah,
smelling like roses.
yeah. I
But like
mean, look, I
it's
mean,
not
as
their
I said,
fault. It's a bad film. Like
that's what you have to look at. Is like fucking. It seems like it was just made badly. Do you know?
I always think of Street Fighter the movie when I think of bad, good major performances
Like
in
there's
bad
certain
movies.
movies that are bad, and there's other ones that are like, all right, it was bad, but like Joe,
Like Raul Julia, the guy who was in the Adams Family,
acting his fucking ass
he
off in a
was
movie that was terrible.
amazing as M Bison in Street
Yeah,
Fighter, and he
and it was
did
his
it.
last role, wasn't it?
Yeah, and he was dying like when he was doing that. Like
Yeah, yeah,
and he did it because his kids played the game.
yeah, yeah. See, there you go. I mean, there's always reasons for why people take these roles.
What was the line? My favorite line of the fucking whole thing. He's like, "Oh, when Bison came to your village, it was the most important day of your life. For
Yeah,
me, it was
it was the way
Tuesday."
he delivered it as well,
Like,
though.
oh,
Do you
so
know what
good.
I mean?
Like,
Like, there's not a lot to take away from that movie, right? But every kind of scene he's in were
that's
the ones
I
you
may have
remember.
mentioned it on here before, but that's kind of one of my guilty pleasures. That and the
Yeah,
original Mortal
we all
Kombat
had the
movie.
'90s guilty pleasures, man. Do you know, like nobody's gonna ever say like that the first Mortal Kombat movie had like Oscar winning acting. Do you know what I mean? But
And
my God, was it fucking entertaining? You know?
and I know he broke the criminal rule, but like the Stallone Judge Dredd, I used to love that as well.
I am the law.
That was very
and
American what you said.
oh yeah, I mean, like, let's be honest. Like, he took the fucking helmet off like a half an
Yeah,
hour into the movie, and it was just Stallone for the rest of it.
Demolition Man as well. No, there's
Yeah.
one.
Look, there was something special about the '80s and the '90s, man, when it came to these kind of movies. You know?
Tubbs, we almost forgot our corner.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's bang out our corner.
Let's not bang anything, but yeah.
Let's bang it. Let's get fucking full fisted in there, like, and get it shagged out.
Jesus Christ.
That's a lot of random words to just fucking say, like, let's do our corner.
Yeah, John, no, Brian, just fucking no. Stallone Dread just sucked.
Do you
It
know what,
did.
dude? That's why
That's
that's
why
why
it's
it's
better.
memorable. It's a terrible. It's like watching like some of the '80s and the '90s movies you look back on were like really bad, right? But you remember them.
Okay, Tubbs, this one is yours. Go for it. So this is
Oh yes, this is from Jaden.
I can't turn it sideways. Unfortunately, this is a Lego set done by
Yes. So
Jaden, which is Grace's boyfriend. Is it his
yes,
first
so
one?
he made this and he wanted to show it off. So and this is what we do on this show. We show off people's stuff when they want to show it.
That's pretty
So
cool. I really like that.
he did a fucking good job of it, buddy. I've got my head tilted because it's sideways.
Yeah, I can't turn it around the other way.
I'd like to know. I don't know if Jaden's in the comments actually, but I'd like to know how long that actually took you.
No, I can't turn it around. Balls.
Yeah, fair play, buddy. Because look, let's be honest, man. Lego building is fucking hard. It's tricky.
Yep.
Do you know what I mean? To actually put it together and build it, and it's time consuming as all fucking hell.
I did love from Mega City 1. Looked in that movie. Yeah, and the family as well outside with the robot and stuff. That was fucking cool, I thought.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. There's there's so a lot of cheese attached to 80s and 90s movies, dude. But then there's there's just the stuff you remember,
He's been trying for 113 episodes, Ian.
Dude. It's been an ongoing fucking an
Battle to keep
ongoing
him going.
time. I think that's the whole point of the Culture Cast. When Brian does these normal shows on throughout the week, and then the Culture Cast is kind of just that, euphoric explosion.
Very new.
The end of the week is this, get to let off the jizz bucket.
The jizz bucket.
Yeah, the jizz bucket. It is what it is. We've said way worse on this show, but
he said it took 4 or 5 hours. That's fucking class, man. Fair play, Joe.
he's in the chat. Story tricks.
Present
4 or
This
5
one's
hours,
from-
man. That's fucking dedication. Like, that's fucking,
Excuse me.
to sit there and just keep putting it together. But fucking yeah, man. As I said, we love showing off people's stuff on this show. Is this size art?
Manga Fandango Disney 2019, I think.
Fuck, who are we looking at here? Is this fucking Rapunzel?
1 second now.
It's a sexy Rapunzel.
You are filth, Tubbs.
Hey. I'm just calling it like I say it.
That is
And
absolutely
it's probably
class.
not even Rapunzel, but it is fucking. I say it about size art the whole time, though, dude. It's it's fucking banging. Like I try, because the faces. I've said this, right? I was drawing up like a Billie Eilish fucking portrait thing for Grace and her mate, and it's you draw the eyes, the nose, the mouth, and everything else. But it just looks flat as fuck when you do it that way. So you got to start shading in around the eyes and the face and stuff. And that shit's not easy, man. It's not to get it to pop out and look like a cheekbone and look like a fucking jaw chin, and
Yeah, the anatomy is tough to do.
yeah,
like.
the sockets of the eyes and all that, man. It's all about shading, man. But it's
Oh, wow.
shading and blending, and it's
That is
fucking
awesome. Loved
great.
red.
And this is what I love about size work is it's always black and grey shades with red. It's just the color palette he goes with, man, for the most part, and it's fantastic. Another great job from Cy there.
Yep. Absolutely class.
As always, do great work, buddy. You can't fault you.
Culture Road.
You can't fault your road there now, buddy. You know what I mean?
Second now. Yeah, it won't let me zoom in on the actual pictures. It's so fucking annoying.
Yeah, sure. Look, fucking it is what it is, man. Joe, we show off as much as we can.
It is what it is. That's what it is.
What it is. It was what it was.
1 sec.
So what do we got next?
So Waze made this.
Okay, Waze, throw it at me. Not physically now, but
Some of you will have seen this in the Culture Cast chat already. 1 second now. This is custom painted.
Custom painted.
Yurt. Star Wars guy here with Echo on top there.
Oh wow, that's fucking cool. This is the blue guy you're on about in the middle.
That's the one.
Wow. And what was it originally before it was painted up?
1 second now. There he is there.
Oh, look at that. That's fucking cool. There's a massive difference.
Yeah, it's class, isn't it?
Excuse me.
Bless you.
Bless me. Bless me, Father. Fucking give me some more fucking words originals, I say.
Jonathan said, Ways that came out so good, you nailed the eyes.
Yeah, man. It fucking loved the blue palette, man.
And one more. Look at that.
As I've said to you before, like I would love to be able to customize shit like this, like with the painting and the detail and stuff, and it's just something I've never been able to do. So I applaud anyone that actually has the fucking patience to build or fucking paint or fucking just anything, do you know what I mean, to sit there and do it. Creation is fucking a weird beast, man. Do you know? And it is a time consuming fucking thing as well, where people don't really get that side of it. You know, how long it actually takes to make something like this.
Great work, everyone.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's always banging work.
We ain't finished yet.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So
Do we
got some mixed madness?
Oh, let's see. Okay.
Brian's looking.
I am boy.
He's venturing into the void there, peeps. Do you know what I mean?
Whoops says, Tubbs, this was a resin print of Batcher from the new reason. Oh, Bad Batch, and I just
The
painted
Bad
it.
Batch. Okay. Yeah, but
So,
even
yeah.
still, do painting like fucking painting. Like I've seen some of your like your work and other like G Force has done some stuff as well, and Mick does it on like fucking amazing work. It's getting the detail is like just fucking paint. I mean, I've contemplated trying to like buy some custom fucking action figure heads online and then just fucking kind of customize the body. I have a Predator upstairs that I was thinking about customizing. I might give it a go and see, but
Tubbs,
it's
we
deadly
all
hard
know that
and
you're
easy.
the predator.
Which
We all know that it is you who is the predator.
only when I'm not cut.
These are from Mick.
Fucking deadly. See, as a, look, we say it all the time. For anyone that doesn't know, Mick hand paints these things, and these things are fucking miniatures. So, there's no magnification, no nothing. He's just basically with a paintbrush and fucking,
My
putting the
eyes will be
fucking magic
falling out.
to work on these motherfuckers. Like every single time, like it's a different design, a different color palette. Do you know what I mean? Fucking, they're fucking brilliant.
They actually remind me of the guys from Final Fantasy VII now.
That's what I mean, dude. Like, I would love to be able to try fucking. I mean, realistically, you'd have to like pick one up and like bastardize it and fucking try and get it right. But
Yeah, you
there's
could buy a couple and make shit of them feel like.
yeah, make shit of them, try and get fucking better, but make got fucking accuracy for days on these things, man.
Paint on the fingers. You wore no gloves.
Oh no. But see, Joe, that's the mark of a true artist, isn't it? When you have to fucking you've a palette on your skin.
He's a fingy paint.
I've always said that. You've had a good session, even with a drawing or whatever. When like you've got like some like marker or paint or whatever on your fingers. Afterwards, you know you've got to put the work in. I love the cables, the different like threads of cable and stuff that's coming off it.
Yeah, they're class. Different
Yeah, it's
colors.
really fucking cool.
Whoop. I went out of it. Whoops.
Did you skip one?
No, I went out of it by accident.
Oh, deadly. Go back in and we see the fucking rest about it.
FF7 stole a look. Warhammer 40k has been around the past 40 years. I was saying they kind of look like them. I know nothing of these.
I mean, they've been. Geez, it's 40 fucking years that Warhammer's been on the scene.
That's class as well.
Yeah, it's fucking cool. I love the cape, the way there's the direction of it, how it's flowing and stuff.
It's drifting in the wind, yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking cool. The
Give
gun
it
in
that.
hand and stuff.
And last for this week is this one. This one. Very cool, Mick.
Hey, again, look at the grass detail.
Let's tidy your grass to my own grass outside.
Fucking right now, man. I need to fucking like my grass is fucking like it's like a forest now. I'm gonna need like a proper fucking morning of fucking
Especially put
4 hours
grass
to get
like
through.
a forest to you, like.
Like, do you know what it is? It's one of those things you always say it, don't you? You're like, oh, that's getting long. I should really cut that. And then 4 months later, you're going to go, oh, that's really way too high now to cut with a regular lawnmower. Like,
So
you're
Tubbs,
very welcome, Mick. As
had you
always, my
something?
friend.
Had you something, or was there something you wanted to
Yeah, I have one here. Yeah.
Okay. I will make you big.
I have a piece of art and a story about this piece of art.
Okay. The floor is yours, my friend.
Which? Oh yes, okay. So I went with kind of like a theme of what we were going to be speaking about this week. But basically, this piece of art for me is one of those. It's like a lesson to like not get in your own head and overthink your shit while you're working because it can kind of fuck your process. So I've done art, but it's unfinished to a point because I kind of got my own head halfway through it, and I showed you, but I'll explain why. So this is basically my one this week.
Oh, class.
I knew you'd like it, Brian, because fucking it's sinister.
Really cool.
But I'm like, Sinister's fine. Yeah, look, like as I said, fucking like I'm really fucking deadly happy with how he turned out. Like even if you look at the tones in the suit and stuff,
Yeah, the shimmer and
and the
the, and
blues,
the
like,
suit is class.
and this is what I learned on this one is that's the same color applied like 9 different times, but just like darker layers every single time. But just
Jesus,
leaving bits out to get the kind of the shine of it, and even the face, look,
that's cool.
so you got that there, but and then I kind of have him standing on rubble. But if you can look closely, there's all these wavy lines. I wanted to have like smoke come up around or come up this way, like up around him, and then a background. But what happened was like when I got to the smoke, couldn't fucking remember how to draw smoke or how to blend it or color it. It was like complete blank. So I ended up with just like Sinister kind of like standing on like a rubble base. So I couldn't finish the background. But then again, I'm looking at it going like I could leave it just white, or I could just color it black, or I could do something. But so yeah, so that's mine this week. But it is also a lesson for me to know that like John, stop overthinking shit when you're doing. Just draw, just enjoy it. It was very much a kind of part where like if I hadn't thought too much, maybe I could have finished this entire piece.
Yeah.
But I'll come back to it. But yeah,
Oh,
so this
but
week's is Sinister. I'm very happy with how he turned out.
that's awesome, Dubs. Mr.
Yeah,
Sinister,
I'm very happy
sweet.
with it. I'm very. Do you know yourself? I always kind of overthink my work anyway, but I'm starting to learn, even though sometimes I
Let
don't.
it
I'm starting to learn the
go,
process
let
is
it
just having
go.
fun. So that's Sinister, and the week with Xmen '97 came back,
Sexy
and
Sinister.
also Sinister's my favorite Xmen villain. So
That's awesome, Tubbs.
nice dude.
Dave says really awesome, Tubbs. I picked up his figure today. I have
Nice.
the one. I have
I
the
lo-
one.
just I was saying I love the whole the whole storyline with him and Marv in the original series as well. It was just so cool. He's just a badass character. Like
Well, I actually think I have him.
you have him there. You definitely have Sinister.
No, but I'm saying like it's within reaching.
But yeah. So basically, like as I said, it's like it was when I had him done, and I wanted to kind of God have smoke come up behind him, and then I'd do like, yeah, he's fucking deadly, man. Like fucking, and I remember I had him when I was younger, John, the original versions.
Yeah.
It's
I had
like
the one with the light up eyes.
Yeah, that's the one I had, but it just went missing. I don't know, fucking clue what happened to it. But I've always liked Sinister. I've always thought Sinister was one of those fucking villains. It's just,
He's my favorite.
a real fucking bad dude. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, he liked
So yeah, when I was drawing it, it was when I got to the smoke side of it, like the smoke in the background, I was just going, oh fuck me, I can't remember how to fucking blend or fucking smoke correctly. What the fuck am I gonna do? Like where do I put the greys, the whites, the fucking tones? And then I fried my own brain with it. So I just
Mick says these will be my last for a while as I'm back to school. ACA exams.
no fucking way, dude. Well done.
That's cool, man. No worries at all.
Don't be worried about that, but do you know what I mean? Fucking you get your exams done and we'll be here when you come back.
Ian said his voice on 90s cartoon was deadly.
Yeah, I agree, man. It's fucking deadly out.
I grabbed the VHS Sinister, Morph, and Mystique in a lot on eBay. Yeah, that's
nice.
a great fucking play, man.
Like, I mean, the character's name alone, Sinister, is just the character's fucking vibe, you know?
I remember the Toy Biz one, this thing you used to come off the whole time. It's so fucking annoying. But
and is he a newer wave, or is like I'm assuming he's hard to get now, right?
Well, the VHS one that Waze got is probably easier to get now. This one came out in the Apocalypse wave, I think, ages well.
Yeah,
3 years ago.
I like him. He's a solid fucking looking fucking version of him. Like,
I like the darker color myself, but anyway. Yeah, so that's pretty much it, I think. We were going to do music scores and stuff tonight, hence the name of the show, but like we've only 10 minutes to go now, so
yeah, well, we can dive into that in the next show. Like, we make that
kind of like have something, Tubbs, do you want to fucking book 3 of Cobra Commander was out this week.
Okay.
So good. It's one of the best comics going at the moment, I think.
Yeah. I didn't even know that they had released that.
It's to do with the Transformers stuff. They're doing this.
Yeah, you were saying there's it's a crossover, right?
Yeah, Energon Universe.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's a Duke book, there's a Cobra Commander book, there's the regular G.I. Joe, there's a thing called Void Rivals, which is
Okay.
like out in space, which is okay. And there's the actual Transformers book as well, which is fucking brilliant so far as well.
And they are crossing it over, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's a full crossover kind of like
There's
series.
like
Like,
Cobra Commander is looking for Energon, like in this.
yeah, yeah,
This
yeah.
like,
That's fucking,
and
and it's such a weird crossover as well, right?
Ultimate Spider-Man's out next week as well. Jonathan just said, and
Okay, okay,
the
deadly.
first two books were brilliant. I think I sent you the first one. I don't know if you read it or not. Like,
Yes, you did. Is this the one fucking? So this is the next one and the next book and attached to that.
this is 3 is out next week.
It's the 3. So like, there's obviously you sent me the first one, so there's 2 more, right?
Yeah, it's really, really good. I think you'd like it as well because
did you know? Did you fucking notice? Because I'm gonna pick them up. Did you know? Do you remember that book I sent you to read, the Shirtless Bear Fighter?
Yeah, there's the second.
There's a third one coming out.
All right, cool.
Yeah, I was going, fuck me. I was definitely have to get the fucking, because I've the second one in an Amazon cart ready to fucking purchase, but I want it. I'm definitely gonna, because that book was like one of those things where I like saw an Easton's. I was like, pick it up for fucking £5 on a sale. Oh, this be fucking bad, Joe. I liked how the animation was done, or the style. Yeah,
Was that Neeson's?
I picked it up originally for £5 in Easton's on a sale.
Holy crap.
And I saw it and I was like, oh, this is fucking, because I just liked how the panels were drawn. Like, I liked the style of the animator or the comic panels. And then I read it and I was like, this is bad shit to the fucking highest point and so much fun, you know?
Another recommendation I give to everyone else, like wrestling fans on here as well, would like it. Do a Power Bomb is a cool graphic
You
novel.
said this to me about
I
that, yeah.
discovered there lately as well. It's like she's a pro wrestler, but she ends up wrestling in hell.
Yeah.
It's batshit crazy. It's fun as well.
Actually, do you know what? I'm actually going to finish, because I showed Brian, but I'm going to finish it and color it up and stuff. But I drew Rhea Ripley recently. So I'm gonna do a full color of that. And I'll show it on the next show or something.
Mick says, I love the Void Rivals series, not on the Transformer run yet. I've read some of Void Rivals, not all of it. Jonathan said Void Rivals never clicked with me, Mick. Seen it all before story was just a random Transformer showing up with no bearing on the story. Yeah, the fucking Jetfire showed up in issue 2, I think it was. Oh, no bother, John. The Skookside and the Quintesson has me hooked on it. Yes, you haven't gotten that far. Yeah, Tubbs, you should definitely read more comics as well.
Do you know what? No, dude, it's like, you know me, like I'm a physical media fucking junkie, like. So I like getting them in my hands, but I'm gonna have to fucking kind of try and see if I can get like a few of them online or something, and because I do know that there's an app on the Switch as well, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck is it called? I send you the link of it, but it's like.
See, I know I would go download it and then would never use it.
But I downloaded it on the girl's Switch, like, just to see what it was, and there's a rake of comic books on it. They're all fucking free, like. It's an app with loads of free comics. But I mean, I've got such a weird collection, dude, because I went through this phase where when I started drawing like all the time, I was looking for comics that were just like really weird art styles and styles I liked. So like I was going into like comic book shops on like the comic book day and getting all these free comics and fucking finding like being like secondhand shops and finding all these cool graphic novels and stuff. So I've got everything like from like Archie comics to fucking Irish comics, fucking like DC, Marvel, fucking horror. Like there's a ton of like chunk of fucking shit there, but it's all so different, like American horror and fucking all this kind of crack. Like,
check out The Last Mermaid, lads. Very anime vibe to it. About a mermaid in a little mech suit in a post World War III world.
Fucking sneezing, that's fucking nice.
Still reading the new volume of Something Is Killing the Children. That's meant to be fantastic, actually. A few people have told me about that.
Library. Do you know what, dude? I fucking won't lie to you, man. I was down in the library couple of weeks ago. My local library. I was getting some printouts done and stuff, and I just said I what? Oh, sorry. And I said I'd go browse like the comic section, the graphic novel section. And do you know what they have down there? They have Crisis and Infinite Earths, the entire omnibus down in the fucking library. And I was going to go, I don't own that. So I fucking might actually just take that out and just not return it.
I've got to say, I own it now.
No, I will, of course, obviously, I bring it back. But I might get it out. And because it was actually through the library that I realised, and I didn't notice that there was a Dark Knight Returns 3 graphic novel. I was like, I didn't fucking know that. But then I looked it up online. It's like 90 quid to buy it.
Jesus.
I was like, going, fuck me, I'm not paying no 90 quid. I love fucking Dark Knight Returns, but I ain't fucking paying no 90 quid for a graphic novel. Like.
The new Savage Conan comic is really good too.
I've seen some of them online. I've been kind of, as I've been flicking through and stuff. But I need to buy some fucking fresh reading material.
Ian says a lot of libraries around me are getting revamped. 3 massive graphic novel shelves.
Yeah.
Jonathan says Dark Knight 3 is fucking shite.
Do you know what, dude? I was gonna take a look at it just to see, because I didn't even realize it was a thing until recently. Because I hadn't been keeping up with it. You know what I mean? It was like I've been looking at different kind of styles of books and different DC comics and things. But so the Dark Knight, the original one, obviously, you know. But I didn't realize there was a new story arc, and I've heard that it's not great. But I'd like to give it a read regardless.
Righto, guys.
Guys.
That's what we're going to call it a night. It's been fucking really fun. I actually can't believe we got through all the trailers.
Do, gentlemen, send me on the linky.
We got through all the trailers. We got through everything else.
Yeah. I mean, I think we covered the bases, and the only thing we didn't really get to was the music side of things. But the show kind of flew on nicely.
Once we got into the swing of things, like
we were an hour and a half in before we even got to our corner tonight. So like there was a lot to cover. You know?
And Ian, I did hear you about wrestling as well. I think we'll leave that for another night because WrestleMania is next week after next.
2 weeks time.
Yeah. So we'll talk about that on the night before.
And I will try my hardest to stay up 2 nights in a row to watch this thing. And when I say my hardest, I'll probably fall asleep all nights. Yeah.
See, what usually happens on WrestleMania night between me and Tubbs, right, is I never stay up anymore for wrestling events. So when WrestleMania comes around, Tubbs will be like, "Yeah, we'll stay up now. We'll talk about the event and blah blah blah." Brian sends a message then 2:30. No reply. Don't hear from Tubbs till the following day.
It happened to me at the Royal Rumble. Do you remember this? The Royal Rumble started.
Down on the couch.
And I fell asleep, I think, an hour into the Royal Rumble and woke up 5 minutes after it ended. Like, I fucking missed it.
Your brain is trying to tell you something, Stephen.
Do you know what it is? It's one of those, when WrestleMania used to be one night, right? I could power through and stay up all fucking night. And back when I used to drink and stuff, we used to make it a party fucking night. I used to go to my mate's house and drink all fucking night and have a laugh.
So you weren't able to stay up. It was the drink keeping you up.
Yeah, see, that's what it is. You were fucking out. But now it's been split over 2 fucking nights. And you stay up late the first night, you're struggling on the second. Do you know what I mean? That's kind of, you know, the way it is now. Like,
well, like if you can get up late,
you're
fine.
Yeah.
Cool, Shrina. Thanks, John. Thanks, Mick. Thanks, Ian.
Thanks, guys, as always, for coming and joining us, listening to us.
This year, and the NXT show is on in the afternoon on Saturday.
And this is the worst thing for any wrestling fans in the chat. And that is the worst thing about WrestleMania week. Now is it's not even just WrestleMania. It's you have Raw, you have fucking SmackDown, you have AEW, fucking have 3 shows, you have fucking NXT, you know, and any kind of other indie fucking shows that are kind of on around. There's a lot of fucking wrestling, like, to pack out the entire week.
I'll tell you one thing. I watched fucking Dynamite today for the first time.
Yes.
In a good while now. Like, I've gone off watching wrestling again, kind of. I only kind of watched the highlights, but I watched the full Dynamite there a while ago, and it fucking went by like that.
Yeah.
I swear to God. And you know the best thing about watching Dynamite 2 days later is when Chris Jericho appears, you can fast forward.
Yes, you can you can flick through the parts you don't like. Like I mean, I'll be honest, it's been a while since I've watched since I've stayed up to watch any kind of like weekly wrestling.
Oh, that's so
Like
funny on Twitter.
nice one, Jono. But for me, it's kind of like I catch like Raw, SmackDown, and AEW, kind of like Dynamite, Rampage, and Collision all on like YouTube now.
YouTube.
Yeah, I do. Like when I or Twitter, if I'm on Twitter, I'll fucking catch kind of the highlights or whatever. But I can't remember. Like the pay per views and things are the things I try my best to stay up and watch and kind of and feed on. But the weekly, and it's not even the fact that I don't like staying up on it. There's too fucking much of it, you know. There really is, like, there's way too much. It's like five, and then NXT is there, and fucking I watch Impact. I watch not Impact. It's TNA now, but I catch TNA. So there's like 7 days of the week.
See, I
where
don't watch
fucking,
any of those. I don't watch NXT.
there's
or
a chunk, and
Impact.
so I've kind of simplified it down to watch a chunk of it all on YouTube, because I watch a lot of YouTube during the day anyway. So it's easier to just have it kind of flick through like the stuff, as you said, the Chris Jericho stuff I can skip and just go to the stuff I want to see.
I just don't like him though. I watched the whole rest of the show. Like,
I mean, like he put over Hook now this week, so do you know what I mean?
yeah, but
He's
he's
looking
fucking.
after the young
Well
talent.
done came in at the end, and he said, "Oh, we're going to do something next week," and I'm like, "Oh, just fuck off!" Like,
Yeah, it's. But we've talked about this about the old vets of wrestling. It becomes like there's Mick Foley training now. Have you heard of this? Mick Foley's training
for one last death match or something.
for
Is
one
it?
last death match, and I'm just going to go like. I love Mick Foley, man. I really like Mick. Do you know what I mean? I've always enjoyed like watching his career, and I was a big fan of him. Like, so this one is kind of I'm kind of I don't know if I'll enjoy watching that, because it's like, you know, you don't want to see this guy get fucking hurt, you know, like in a death match, when he's so past his prime. Like he's like 2002, if I remember correctly, was it 2002 when he had the Hell in a Cell with Triple H?
Oh, the Cactus Jack one, Royal Rumble.
The Cactus Jack one. I think I probably got the year wrong, but do you remember that match? Like, and it was one of those things where like that should have been his retirement. It's like Ric Flair against Shawn Michaels. That should have been the retirement. Do you know what I mean? And it's just they keep going and they go on, and there's like Hogan's hinting to have one last match as well, and I'm like, oh man, just like,
Hogan can barely walk. That's any bullshit.
this is my point. Like hang it up, lads. Do you know what I mean? It's at least Mick Foley's not shooting for like
I got one more in me, brother.
During WrestleMania in front of 80,000 people, he's shooting for like GCW in a smaller venue. Do you know? He is a wreck now. Yeah.
Needs to stop. In 2000, my dad bought the video.
That's
Yeah.
it. Because it was it was. Do you know what? It was 2000 because they had the Royal Rumble match before that. You remember? That was it. It was the 2000 Royal Rumble. Then it was the Hell in a Cell match after that. Then.
Was that 3 stages of hell or something?
No, 3 stages of hell was Austin.
That was Austin.
Triple H. Yeah. That was the No Way Out pay-per-view. But they're right. It's 2000 because it was the Royal Rumble, the street fight they had at the Royal Rumble, which was fucking a banger as well. Do you remember he pedigreed him on the tax at the end?
Yeah.
And then they had the Hell in a Cell to kind of like finish the feud. Like,
okay, guys, we will
Yeah.
see you maybe next week, maybe not next week, maybe next week. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably 2 weeks.
Ryan will
ago.
just tell me when I need to show up, and we'll be here.
Just the last few comments. Jericho's looking like Mickey Rourke. Oh my god, he is actually.
Fucking, do you know what, dude? Fucking really is. That's a perfect fucking.
I agree with you. Sad watching him and entertaining.
Yeah, man. It gets to the point where it's not fun to watch him. Like.
Okay, guys, have a good night and a good rest of the weekend.
And I
we'll
must
see
say
you
one
soon.
thing, Ian. Like, fucking, that's not a bad match to start on.
No,
Yeah.
should have stopped there. See you later, guys.
Right. Bye, guys.